We have 15 minutes until we start.
Oh, right. Okay. Of course. No, you want to keep it? Okay, because my mum sends over like huge care packages to me.
Alright, let's see.
Okay. Yeah, nice. No worries. Anything you need, but it's fine. No, you don't need it. You will leave me alone.
Hello, is there anybody out there?
No.
No. I'm gonna take the advantage and just post on Instagram and say that we're live.
Kitty. Kitty. No. Yeah, kitty.
Meow.
Bad kitty.
Meow. Meow.
Oh, I might have some spare.
Lipstick?
Sorry, I thought you said something else.
There we go.
Dipstick.
Oh. Dick stick.
Oh no.
Oh no.
See, I made my own crib sheets, by the way.
Oh, nice.
I figured the villain of the entire series deserves a bit more love.
Mm-hmm.
So I did it
Love?
around...
Did you just say love?
Yes.
I'm the top follower of Amnesty International.
Mm.
That's not good at all. They should have a lot more. God.
I'm sure they have more.
Back to burger.
Are you gonna poop, kitty? You poopy kitty?
Poopy kitty. You're the doctor. It's so much fun to play.
You do know we're
Wow.
live, right?
What?
Yeah, we are indeed live.
Yep.
Who's in the chat?
Someone's in the chat. Ryura is in the chat. I can see you and hear you.
No!
Sorry we're a little bit late with the pre-stream, but we had technical issues as normal. This time, the three cameras wouldn't work together, so we had to cut back on the cameras and reposition them, and, well, that took a lot of extra time, so sorry about that.
Decided we're gonna throw money at the problem until it wins.
Yeah.
Until we win.
Something. So, yeah. So at least we'll be ready on time this time. It's like, yeah, it's 12 minutes until we actually have to start the episode, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
So we're heard and we're seen.
Yes.
Awesome.
And Ryura says, it feels like forever since last time. Yes, it does.
So
It was in
so
April. We're in June now. It's
So
crazy.
Over 3 months, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, at least over more than 2 months, I think.
Don't worry though, because we've only got around 4 or 5 sessions left before everyone's dead.
Oh yeah, she'll be really comforted by that.
Yeah, draw that. Yeah, no, I can't speak.
Don't break her heart. At least not too much.
I mean, a little bit of heartbreaking you never heard anyone.
No.
Angsty spanksty.
We do like a little bit of angst.
Pizza.
Right. This time pizza isn't ready on time. That's the big difference. We are, but the food isn't.
It's because the food sucks.
It's always something.
Look
Yes,
at the
well-
cute doggy. It wants the donut.
Oh. Don't go.
Got from drawing tons of Fateful Fumble to basically only drawing my own characters lately.
Aw.
What have you guys done to me?
What?
What have we done to you? I mean, enabled you to draw your own stuff with our absence. You're welcome.
Also, I am missing that awesome drawing of Firil as a Disney princess that was mentioned 2 episodes ago.
Mm-hmm.
Because I re-listened to the wrong episode in today's preparations.
Mhm.
So I've listened to 2 episodes.
Preparedness.
Yes.
Ryura says, I forgot! Oh my god! I'm on it!
Yes! Thank you.
You were like your eyes were slowly but surely going towards the center of insanity.
Yeah, I know.
There we go.
So, yes, our hardcore fan player, Tanya, is sporting the sweater today.
Yes. I actually brought mine too, but it's in the bottom of my bag, so I can't be bothered.
I am wearing clothes that are clean.
Yay! That's a
Progress.
victory.
You level up.
Yay! What do I get? Hygiene.
Mhm.
Ugh.
You do not get the coronavirus.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Mhm.
I mean, doesn't sound like a lot of fun.
More fun than having it.
No. No,
Mm.
I mean, I agree. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
like a double negative no. Like, no, it doesn't.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna
Yeah.
remind people in our Facebook group.
I have, before I got here, I posted it on the Discord.
Good.
That Facebook
Facebook.
post.
Oh, we have a membership request thing.
Who's that from?
I don't know. It just said that we have a membership.
Why don't we start yet? I'm dropping dice on the
Request.
goddamn floor.
Cynthia
Well, you are
Kipke
sitting on the.
Oh crap! She should have had that months ago.
sent 2 weeks ago. Well, I'll
Could you
just approve
permit
it.
and
Yes.
maybe like we can send her a message saying like.
You send her a message. Apparently, you know who this person is.
Should have kept my goddamn mouth shut.
Yes,
Yes,
you
you
should
should
have.
That's what I've learned a long time ago.
So I learned that a longsy times he goes oh.
But you forgot.
I forgot to be crap, see? You know, try to be a good person. Lesson learned, right?
Well, if you gotta be a good person, you gotta do it yourself.
Mm.
Can I pay someone else?
No.
Please.
Wow.
If you want to be good, you gotta do it.
I don't wanna.
No.
I'm being a GM today. I don't want to be good.
Well, you're not GMing yet.
You're gonna be a GM today. You don't want to be good? But you're not gonna be good as a GM. I don't understand why you're saying what you're saying. Why do you have to be good?
I just want to be me.
What?
I just want to be. Lutra! And.
Ah, there's Lutra. Welcome.
Hi, Lutron.
Rick can pay me to be good, she says. I'm good most of the time anyway.
I
You
can't
are.
afford you.
You
I've
are.
checked.
You are good most of the time.
Yes, darling.
Was this the one you used to clean the bucket?
Oh, seriously? No.
Yay,
Yes.
more people!
No, I
and
just realized what's
Sona Servu is in the chat also. He says, "What up?"
What up? Hey, boy.
Yo.
One.
That's why it smells so nice, though. Our balcony has no acne problems anymore. It's just the best. So,
What did you do?
Full disclosure, my cat has ass troubles and it pooped on the balcony.
Aw.
And Ren told me, go and get the wipes from the bathroom, it'll fix them. So I obviously went and got the wipes. Now, for some strange reason, it hadn't occurred to me that I picked up the sensitive face wipes and not the...
The
You
cat
took the
poop cleaning
wet
wipes?
and not the floor cleaning
Not
wipes
the
that I
floor.
bought for this specific purpose because it happens.
I didn't get the correct wipes, in other words.
So this is why your veranda now smells good and has no acne problems.
No, it's got a better face than me. It's
Oh.
except for the fact that the poop wasn't exactly cleaned up fully, and now I know why.
Because you were saying like, oh, it's really difficult to get it off. Well,
Yeah.
She wouldn't even sound.
Now you
She
know
wouldn't
why.
even sound like that.
Yes, you do.
Oh
Well,
my god.
Lutra says it's true that you can't afford me, and then she says, "Oh, Rick." I'm assuming that's for the wet wipes.
One can safely
What?
assume. Yes.
What?
What?
Cool.
Hey Brian, would you like some Cool Whip? What am I doing again? Oh yeah, that's right. Apologizing to someone else.
Oh, did you know that Green Ronin has its own Discord server with its own Dragon Age channel thingy?
That sounded like a very nice,
Plug.
yes.
It was. Hey, Green Dragon.
Green Ronin.
Sorry, Green Ronin. What did I say?
Green Dragon.
Green Dragon.
If you're looking for ale, I guess.
What's the chance that there is not a company out there called Green Dragon?
There probably is.
Yeah.
It's not.
Let's Google it.
Can't be bothered.
What did
Sona services, at least drink is cheap.
But not easy.
Lutra says, just FYI, it's super loud when Sunniva and Anita laugh, but I have to have the volume up a bit so I can hear Rick. Well, Rick is on the floor right now, so
Yep.
Behind his.
you'll probably hear him
keyboard.
better when he gets up. And also, we're sorry. We're just
I'm
really
sorry.
loud.
I'm gonna try and be as quiet as
Yes. We might forget ourselves. Though.
I'm sorry, I'm just remembering the first thing you said to me when you came in today.
Which was
It started with this. Ooh. The rest, I'm sorry, but there's an age thing going on here. So
oh.
when I was referring to the whole like squirrel on top of a frog.
Yeah, that.
Yeah. She used to be such a nice girl.
She's never been a nice girl.
No, don't ruin this for me. I totally break. I want to play him Son of Servu. Your fault.
No.
No.
Not really, no.
No, she was this way before that. Way before
You
that.
think that he had the key to the door that let me free? No.
Sona Server says, always my fault. And Lutra says, we love you. It's so nice to hear your voices again. It's so nice to see you in the
Yes.
chat again. We
Yes.
miss you guys.
The Green Dragon is apparently somewhere you can book. No, spending a night, like a.
Oh, maybe it's like an inn or a tavern or a hotel or something.
Ooh.
That's nice.
It is.
How
Yeah.
many places do you think there are in Wales called the Red Dragon?
506.
So the
Uh,
Green
A
Dragon
lot.
is hotel.
There's a Green Dragon in Warrington Street where I grew up. Got well known for two things. Neither of them was their products.
Fighting?
Three things. It was known for three things.
Prostitutes.
Four. Oh gosh.
What was the last one?
I don't want to say.
Oh.
It gets worse here on out. I'm gonna quickly check the page and then
Well.
maybe send this message if I can use this Facebook app,
Mm.
which is trash on fire in the
Yes, it
website.
is. Ryodai Art says, I've missed you guys and people in general. And Literature Gem says, so many dragons in Wales. Yes, lots
Don't
of
worry,
dragons
don't worry.
in
We're
Wales.
working on it. Okay. Those dragons, they're gamblers, and there's a reason why Wales is not like independent country anymore. They lost all of the money and stuff in the gambling, so
Yeah.
obviously they have to be put down now. Sorry.
Lutra Jim says, must have been so hard filming Sherlock and Doctor Who trying to avoid the dragons and the Welsh road signs.
Well, they do say look you, but there's never anyone there. See,
Mm.
take that, road bro. Yeah.
I can't even pronounce the Welsh word for like garbage bin. It's so difficult.
What
It's
is it?
easy. It's English.
No, it's not.
No, that's what the
Welsh
word.
is Welsh.
No, I mean that's what word for trash bin. It's English.
Well, yeah, but the Welsh word for garbage bin.
Oh no, it's terrible.
No,
I think
exactly.
I just
What is
looked
it?
up.
I don't remember, but it's not. It's really short, but it's just difficult.
If you showed me it written down, I could probably try and have,
I can say Carnarvon though.
I used to be able to talk a bit of Welsh when I was younger because we used to find it very entertaining to try and swear at each other in Welsh so our teachers wouldn't know. But then we had a Welsh teacher and he kicked the crap out of us.
Oh.
Well, Lutra says that was actually a very good Welsh accent, Rick.
Thank you! I don't need your opinion. Thank you anyway.
Do you mean approval?
That's...
Well, actually.
The Valeth is showing! Oh!
I'm just getting into character, okay?
Oh yeah, you're the second person to do that.
Yeah.
You just, I mean, you got there before Tanya did, and one of you usually breaks me this early.
Yeah.
Well, I don't really need to do much to get into character.
No.
Sunniva already broke you. We don't need to break you.
Spiritually and mentally.
And I did physically.
Yeah.
Yes.
By poking you in the rib.
Yeah, thanks for that. That was, somebody blew me in the ear. The three of you are fuckers.
And you love
We're
it.
trolls.
I don't know why I missed you guys. But the second
Me
you're gone, I
neither.
will. It's like cocaine, you know?
Yeah.
It's also not though.
Ah, there you go. Sona Services. It's been something. I have no idea how they say that.
Oh. Dinchfield? Aye, no, that sounds German. That can't be right.
What?
It's,
There.
Wait.
Yeah,
Bin?
yeah. That's the Welsh word for garbage bin.
Oh wait, no, it's both of the English is bin and the other word is. That doesn't sound Welsh.
Vril. I don't know how to say that.
They're all diphthongs, so they don't read as they're written.
The W is a little oo sound. Ooh sound. So spuril or spuriel.
I give up.
Gibberish.
Yeah.
Gibberish.
How can you speak a language like this? Like
I've had
it
two
doesn't
Welsh
make
people.
sense.
One from Swansea and one from the other place, both telling me that the two L's mean lull and the other one is cl. And neither of them can agree with each other. And they both come from the same goddamn country.
Well, maybe it's just a regional like accent thing.
Maybe it's kind of like the Danish.
Or like us,
Common Lawson.
Cameron Lawson?
when we say like, for me, it's either jeg, a, I.
Ka.
Yeah, I mean all of those
Meh.
are the same word, just from a different region.
Which was it? Was it the membership?
But it's
thing
not
for the
that
thing?
hard.
Was it?
But it's different.
Who was it? Who
It's
was it
different,
sent
but
you
not that
a
hard.
message?
But it's different.
Cynthia Kipke.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
where?
yeah,
It's a group, not a page.
Yeah, she sent it to the group.
yeah.
So just send her a message through
I'm
the
so
group or something.
organized. I'm like.
Shit. Okay, it's pronounced spurial-ish. Bin spurial.
No, I
Spurial.
think bin
Spurial.
is the English
Spur.
thing because we call it bin.
Yeah.
Spurial.
Lutra says, I will ask a friend who speaks Welsh. Yes, please.
And not how it's written, but how it's pronounced.
Yes.
Phonetically.
Phonetically.
It's one of those, why do you pronounce it like that? We just do, so shut up.
Yeah. But okay, so spurial or spurial or, yeah, I'm not
Why
sure.
can't I find a group? Admin, copy progress.
Spurial. Okay. That's the phonetic
That does
way
sound
to
like a
write
shampoo.
it.
Spurial.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? It sounds like
Spurial.
shampoo.
Spurial.
It sounds like shampoo.
Spurial? Sounds like shampoo.
That's the phonetic. Thank you, Zona server.
No, it's not per, it's like a per. Spuril. Spuril.
Spurial. Spurial.
Oh, they say you got to go and use the spuril.
I can never learn how to speak Welsh. It would take too long.
What? The melody part is like up your alley. It really is.
But it might be. It's just remembering all the different rules for how to pronounce letters.
My family, I'm the only guy in the village.
Rick, can you go find me a bulle?
Did Krishna tell you to say that?
No.
What?
Some
Well,
internal.
okay, so it's 7:03, so we're gonna kick off the episode officially very soon. We're just waiting for Rin to get ready because she spent like hours and hours and hours setting this up
Since
and
Yes.
fixing it. So yeah. You take your time.
One of the great things about being married to someone is I could walk in there and use the toilet while she's using.
Oh yeah, we do the
makeup.
same thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, there goes that. I got literally nothing to feel special about anymore.
No, but I mean, we've been together for 13 years. If we can't be in the bathroom at the same time by now, then really.
Hey, Rara! It's just a Norwegian thing.
Bulle, Rara says.
How's the charcoal doing?
Motherfucker! No. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good.
I mean, it's been a while.
It has.
Why didn't you just say check the pizza?
Because it's not pizza anymore.
Whoops.
Fuck.
It's been too long since we've been in the same room. Clearly.
I already hate you.
Good. That's
Why do I
good.
do this?
Sona Surfer says, if you guys need any more funny things Rick's tried to say in Norwegian, let me know. Rick, I still take bribes.
What?
Okay.
Gravel.
What?
So,
Gravel.
What about gravel?
It is?
You got it, didn't you?
he did.
It's okay. This is more of like your traditional style. I don't know where we got something. Apparently the audio's still lagging.
Solar Surfer says, "Ah, damn, he knows my weakness." Oh. Okay, so welcome to episode 47 of the Kestrels.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's been a while since we've actually live streamed our role playing game sessions. March, February,
March.
yeah, something like that. We've just filled the gap in between with some character creation and world creation stuff.
Yeah.
Well, some people have. I haven't.
Me neither.
I've been busy moving.
Yeah. Twice.
Yeah.
Enough about that. But yeah, sure.
Yeah. So life has been happening. There's been a pandemic, and So life has been a lot for everyone lately, I think. So before we go on with tonight's episode, I just want to quickly mention that even though we're not usually political in our shows or anything, we know we're currently in the middle of the whole controversy around the murder of George Floyd and the Black Lives Matter movement being very active, and there are protests around the world today, and we would just like to state our support for the cause. We can't be out protesting, but we are supporting the cause in the ways we can. Yes. While still respecting that there is an ongoing pandemic and keeping a safe distance between people. And yeah, so
Also, if you go to my Instagram account, RinBeastie at Instagram, you will find a link in my bio, which is a Google Docs resource sheet with all the different types of things that you can do to help. That is petitions you can sign, places you can donate, basic information stuff that you can use if you need to educate yourself or others, and so on and so forth. So that's a great way. There are also YouTube videos that you can simply just watch, and the revenue created by the ads that you leave running will actually serve as a donation. So even if you don't have money, there are ways to donate.
yes. And if not money, donate time.
Yes.
So that's the like announcement part, I suppose. Beyond that, we were supposed to visit some conventions this year, but they've sadly all been cancelled, so we won't be able to do any of the events that we were hoping to be doing, but hopefully next year. We'll see. And beyond that, we've had a break in podcast production during COVID-19 and the fact that both of our editors, me and Sunniva, had to move during this whole craziness.
Yeah.
So there was basically no time to sit down and edit anything.
No, and also I don't have my editing program installed at my computer right now because I had to reinstall it some time back. So I haven't been able to, even if I've had the time, I haven't been able to edit anything.
But we're working on getting back into the swing of things and taking publishing back to normal. It'll still be a little while until we're back to a full posting schedule again, just because things have been crazy. But we're gonna do our best. So don't fear, we will keep posting episodes. It's just we're just not on schedule at the moment.
No.
We got pizza.
But we will let you know,
or whatever it is.
or whatever it is. Charcoal.
It's pizza.
Yeah. So, but we will let you know as soon as we start posting podcast episodes again. And if you want to support the shows, you can just download all episodes and re-listen to them if you've forgotten all of the fun stuff we've done so far, or watch the episodes on YouTube. It's a lot. It's a lot. Or watch the live episodes on YouTube, which have been turned into video on demand. Yeah.
Can I get the box underneath?
Ryudai wants to know, Sunniva, who are the 3 best princesses? Not ranking, just 3 you like.
What I like or what Firil likes?
Good question.
Because if you're taking my favorite princesses, it's Snow White, probably Rapunzel, and
Belle?
I don't know.
Mulan?
Yeah,
Yes.
let's go for Mulan.
You love
Yes.
Mulan. And
What?
Chixie says, thanks for document. And is something on the schedule at the moment? What? Yeah, so so we're gonna be starting as soon as Rick finishes in the kitchen. Are you done?
The other pizza is in, so it'll be done in about. Take what I'm thinking and divide it by 2. 5 minutes.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think it's great though that I have now better access to the toilet.
Yes.
Ah. Yeah.
Also,
I
for
mean,
pizza.
you always
No. Usually I'm over there, and I have to clamber over on a salt course.
That's
now.
not true. You
No,
always sit over there.
usually
always
sit there. It's just that usually you have a screen right behind you.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, and now I just have stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Star.
Okay, so for those of you who might be new, who haven't watched the show before, this is the Kestrels. It's a Dragon Age tabletop role-playing game live stream / podcast.
Yeah.
And we play in the same timeline as Inquisition. And right now we are in the final, last chapters of our story. So it comes to a conclusion this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We will find out such noble truths as who will survive, who will live happily ever after, and more importantly, will. Damn it. Will Gaffy get? No, I can't.
You can't do it.
No?
No.
Just a second.
He's not
I
Yeah.
just noticed that the omnidirectional was not on.
Ah.
So that might have affected the sound.
Okay, let's hope that
I'm
works.
gonna reduce the clipping a little bit though.
Means nobody heard that first moment when we started.
Oh,
Yeah.
you mean that?
They totally did though, because Riora was like, yeah, and I can hear as well. Smiley
Yeah.
face.
Lutra and Chixie are loving your hair today, Rin. Oh.
That's my
Just
hair.
cut it. It's very amateur-esque, and Sunniva will probably frown at me when she looks closely. But I just use the clippers and
Well, Lutra says that's so much better. So the audio
Awesome.
is improved. Okay.
Yeah.
So so
I'm fetching
Recap
a
from
pen.
last time?
Be right back.
yes, just gonna finish
Aren't we
my
going
thing.
to introduce
Oh.
our characters too.
Yeah, because we are the Kestrels, and the Kestrels are a spy cell working for the Inquisition. But we are in what is known as the Free Marches. So we're not like in Ferelden or any of the normal places. Now you can do it.
It's okay if you mispronounce a name. I
Yeah.
mean, at least you know you did it. Not wait like 2 seasons later when Rosemary goes, by the way, you mispronounced a really simple thing. And
Yeah. So do you want us to do character introductions before you do a recap?
yes. However, we agreed that Sunniva was going to do it this time.
I'm gonna introduce everyone as Firil.
Not me though. I'm meta. I don't exist.
Okay,
so
so-
I am free from abuse.
Hi, my name is Sunniva. I play Firil. She's an elven rogue, quite an asshole sometimes. It has recently been discovered that she is now the daughter. She's taken over as a crime. She's a crime lord now, I think.
Master
And
thief.
Yeah.
Princess crime lord.
Dirty crime lord princess.
Yeah, that's what she is.
Thief. Princess Thief.
No,
Princess of Thieves.
she doesn't steal things. She takes things that's hers.
They're just being kept by others.
She takes it. Now it's mine. So
As reported by the Orlesian museum guards, the last thing they heard before the Great Diamond of Empire's Reach was the words, is mine. And that was
Yes.
it.
exactly.
Fancy.
Then we have Valeth, who's played by Anita. Anita, okay.
Yes.
That's your name now.
Yeah.
She's a mage. She's an elven mage, just married to Keth, who's an human imbecile.
Also known as a Templar.
Yeah, he's useless.
He's not an imbecile because he's a Templar. Thank you very much. He's an imbecile because he's
Dumb.
You're meta.
Sorry.
You don't exist,
Sorry.
remember?
I gotta protect my boys.
No. So I guess Valeth needed a little bit of balance in her life because she's super smart and Keth is not. So I guess that's perfect.
Opposites attract.
Yeah, and Valeth is the mom of the group. She protects. Then she
She attack.
scolds. And then
She corrects.
she corrects, yes. And she thinks she's always right, but she's not. Anyway, let's move on.
Shame.
Rin. That's Rin. Rin plays Than, who's half human, half Kossith. It's a bit of a bro. Homeboy, I guess you would call him. You could trust him. Firil trusts him, but he's a little bit like. First, he was all soul bound to Firil because Firil saved his life. But then he was like, no, I need to cut ties with this, whatever it is I'm doing with Firil, because can't go on doing that forever.
There's no way you can keep him or her alive.
No. And then he just switched sides and became bro with Gaffy instead, and Firil was totally okay with that. Totally, she's over that a long time ago. Yeah, that's fine. It's so fine.
You can believe how fine it is.
Yeah, it's so nice. It's cool. I mean, it's so cool. Then we have Gaffy.
Is she crying?
Oh, you need to hear this.
I'm gonna get the ice cream.
I'm gonna get the popcorn.
Then we have Gaffy. He's the I guess he thinks he's a big boy, but he's really not. I mean, he's half elven, half human, but now he's kind of an elf with a beard. It's really weird, and he's suddenly grown like 3 years in a week. I mean, no one can do that. It's more like 5 years in a week. Anyway, he thinks he's an adult now and a big shot, and he goes around swooning old ladies. And we called him out on it. Like, we called him a fuckboy, and he's like, no, I haven't fucked anyone. It's like, Gaffy, that's not how it works. You're a fuckboy when you play on other females or males' feelings, and that's what you've been doing to several. Not just one, not just two, but to several ladies. And then you go up to Kaida, kiss her, and then after tell her about Luna, who you just kissed like 2 days ago. No wonder people gets mad at you, Gaffy. I mean, you're 12. Yes, you are. That's how 12-year-old brains work. You don't have the experience of an 18-year-old yet.
Hey, do you want to be my girlfriend?
No!
Okay, so I would like to say that I personally am willing to give a prize to whoever can manage to download and record that speech Sunniva just gave for the introductions and make a video with the footage of Olav from Frozen 2 recapping the story of Frozen 1.
in black and white with slow-mos. And
No, don't need it.
Well, the chat thinks that this is the best introduction we've had so far.
Yes.
So.
I think you're doing introductions from now on.
Maybe.
No. You're doing the next one.
Yeah.
Your turn next time.
So that was character creation, character introduction, seen from Firil's point of view.
It's more like a character
Yes.
roast.
Yeah, kind of.
Well, it's only one that's been roasted.
And another thing about Valeth. We already did Valeth.
That's not a roast. That's just jealousy.
It was a medium rare.
It was a medium rare.
Yeah.
This one was bloody.
Gaffy was a roast.
No, yours was well
No.
done.
Gaffy was roast. You were stabbed, and you were just a little bit,
I was poked.
Singed.
Singe.
Yeah.
Why does it always come back to stabbing?
because of
Arterial spray.
Yes, exactly.
Because Firil, I mean,
All right. So as soon as Rick comes back from the kitchen,
He's
yes.
not making another charcoal pizza.
As soon as Rick comes back from the kitchen, he will do a recap.
Since you guys have been listening to the episode as well.
Yes. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Delegation.
I haven't.
All right. So in the last episode, a lot of stuff happened. Do you want to do it? Go
Alright,
ahead.
fine. So,
yes.
where do I start exactly?
I don't know. At the start of the last episode.
In the beginning, okay, a very stupid person and another immensely stupid person
Rick.
had a baby. That baby was called. Well, I'll finish this later. All right. So, this is so freaking cruel. In the last episode, our heroes and Firil. Shut up! I'm not finished. I got to tell my story. our heroes discovered that the enemies were actually fighting amongst themselves. Not notably the Red Templars were fighting with their Jesus, Mary Joseph, it's been so long. Tevinton allies. Which was a bit weird. So, using the information gathered from the new Inquisitional cell Stormcrows, which was made up of Ket's parents, no less. Also,
And then some.
specifically Ket's mother, who turns out to be a raging alcoholic.
Pirate.
What?
Pirate?
Pirate. She's
Yeah,
a
she used
pirate.
to be a pirate.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh well. Totes canon now.
Mm-hmm.
Which led them to...
Oh, wait.
No.
Oh no! Oh no! that's a charming.
That's a really nice freeze frame. Please don't manipulate that into something else. Please don't do that.
Internet is more.
It's first
Oh
smoosh porn.
dear.
It's like
Internet
smut
is
porn, but it
Terribly
has a
sorry
cuddly
about
end.
this.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
Just gonna.
Face. That was funny.
Very.
Funny,
There we
Bobby.
go.
I think the next time that happens, we should just keep it like that.
Awesome. I hope someone screenshotted that because your face and Rick's reaction was just.
You don't have to
The
screenshot
first
it. You
thing
go
that-
back and
Rara says, "Oh, the possibilities."
Yes, I
First
know.
thing she says is that. Hi! Screenshotted. Damn it, Chris!
I mean,
Fine. Anyway, who was that? Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to cut all of that out on the podcast.
Oh yes.
To get all of the funny stuff, you have to pay for Patreon, obviously.
that's the only thing that's on Patreon.
Pretty much it.
OnlyFans.
Well, we we need to make an account first.
Yeah, well.
Well, when we've got something that's worth paying for,
I love that we
we'll
actually
do
didn't
it.
take it out.
Okay.
It wasn't bum wrap!
Okay.
Anyway.
Continue, please.
Continue, please. Yes. The Tevintans and the Red Lyrium Templars were fighting each other all of a sudden.
It's implied with Red
Yes.
Templar.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, our heroes finally caught up with Than, and also Kaida, who was a bit feral and acting rather strange. Mostly because they kept rolling ones for her. I was just terrible.
She ate Than's horse,
That you did.
and then she kissed Gaffy with a mouthful of horse blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I personally felt rather proud of that moment.
Mm-hmm.
I believe someone drew it. So,
I did.
using the information gathered, they then spied on... That's going on your Tinder profile.
I don't have a Tinder profile.
Really?
But if
Hang
I
on.
did, I mean, yeah.
Sorry, this is important just for science.
Yes.
I'm just going to make her a Tinder profile with
No.
that pic. There we go. It's really easy. So, after our heroes locate this camp, they try to infiltrate it and then fail miserably
Yeah.
because of Kaida fainting. They discover that Belisarius, Gaffy...
Belisar!
Yeah, Belisar.
It's not a dinosaur.
That's exactly what you said last time.
Belisarius. Belisar.
It's a Belosaurus Rex, okay?
The Saurus is silent.
I wish other things were silent.
Nope.
See, now I have this song in my head, which is Belisar, the last dinosaur.
Anyway, we snuck into his camp.
This is going to be edited to all fuck.
Oh, yeah.
We
So,
tried.
yeah.
We tried to sneak in.
Yeah, and then Kaida did like, "Ah," poof.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder if anyone noticed us. Yep. Oh, bollocks. So you got caught, found out that Belisar was with who?
Luna.
And Luna was a bit angry at...
Gaffy!
Because Gaffy...
He's a fuckboy.
She wanted to kill him, basically.
Yes,
And she
and
wanted to kill all of you.
pretty much her rage
Yes.
knew no limits. And I believe at one point she called Valeth a...
Whore. No.
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 Tower slut. Tower slut.
Yeah,
Most-
something like that.
So
Yeah.
No. It was tower slut.
It's such enthusiasm because I was challenged to include it in the episode and
Yes.
I did. So Achievements unlocked.
Yeah, I called her a selfish little girl.
Valeth's comeback was most likely, oh yeah. After that point, they found out that they had a common enemy, which was the Red Templars. Not going into too much detail, they discovered that both Leclerc, who was currently unconscious and seemingly poisoned, and the apothecary, who was trying to cure him. Trying to help the apothecary out, Valeth tried to perform a ritual, which however required certain herbs, says the apothecary. So, Firil decided that she would go with him out into the forest after some amazing convincing. Have you considered yes? No. Well, you should consider yes, then.
That's exactly how that went.
Yeah. Diplomacy a la Firil.
No, but yes.
Yeah.
No, but yes.
How about?
Yes.
I've heard what you're saying, but maybe we could come to a compromise. Yes. So, in the meantime, Gaffy and Than, they were up to no good. They were starting making trouble in the neighborhood. Again, I've been challenged again. I got it in there. So, they were in the middle of trying to discover something more about what Gaffy had been through lately with his memories that he was getting at the same time. Keth found out that Luna could put his arm back on, though it didn't get that far, after a made-up of a sort. But the real interesting thing happened when Valeth, who and Anita was waiting constantly. Did my spell go off? When she finally managed to enact the spell, she was pulled into the mental scape of one Leclerc, who it turns out was the reason why she wasn't waking up, because she was only there alive because she wanted to deliver a message. Helped by the mysterious entity known as Vasca, she got the chance to tell Valeth and warn Valeth that it was the apothecary all along who had been the Lyre, manipulating them from their very shoulders, from their very side. That was it. Better. Unfortunately, Leclerc couldn't come back, and with a goodbye, she died, and Valeth returned back to a shaking Keth. How mad.
Still not okay.
Love it though. And it was at this point that the storm in the distance caught up with the group, and two things happened. One, all of the fighting, or all of the fighting inside the cave started to erupt, and it turns out that a lot of the Venatori assassins in there turned out to be Darkspawn agents. How that happened, well, you're going to have to talk to Belisarius. He really needs to start. Belisar! Really needs to check with Belisar about his mask policy. But where does that leave our Firil?
She's in the woods with the apothecary and 4 darkspawn bad guys who were supposed to be there to make sure that Firil and the apothecary didn't run away. But the last thing that happened is that Firil is currently in shadow mode.
I know. Do you remember what dice roll it was?
And she's keeping an eye on the apothecary. No, I don't remember the dice roll. I don't think I did roll.
You did, but I don't know results. So why don't you roll it for it now?
Okay.
Frostheim says that, by the way, Rick is sort of low on the sound. I have to have it on max to hear what he's saying.
That's weird. It's right
That
there.
is very weird. It is on Omni, right?
If I move this, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
I wonder if that helps. Bra-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Or maybe we're just too loud. I don't know.
And I never thought I would find a team of people that were louder than me.
Just 20.
20 louder?
Oh,
Oh,
no,
right,
it's
right.
only
No.
20. My roll is just 20.
You're dead.
Yeah.
Just like now. Roll up in your character.
Okay.
Okay then.
It's basically the spectral Firil coming for revenge.
Woo. I thought you don't believe in ghosts.
Mm.
No, she is one.
Yeah, maybe I am.
Trixie says, I hear, but Rick speaks so calmly. It's a low
Yell
pitch
more.
too. Yeah.
Well, he's a male.
Mhm.
Or females.
It is weird how it's like having trouble picking me up there. Yeah, I love how people say that I speak so calmly.
Yeah, you're not the calmest person I know, no.
What?
But yeah, I
We
mean...
good? We good? So, yeah, blocked a bit by the board. I
Could be.
suspect it is. I'm just going to do this instead. Let's see if that helps.
Maybe.
Because it's
Looks like it.
yeah. Boy. Sup?
All right.
Now there's no dice fudging. Oh no. Oh no, you're going to see it when I roll it.
Dun, dun, dun.
No cheating.
So I'm going to start with the intro.
Mm-hmm.
You could set the board up here and roll dice there.
Nah. No, it's okay.
Noisy.
Somewhen, in a darkened room, a scarred hand moves across a quill. Damn it, I messed that up, sorry. Somewhen, in a darkened room, a scarred hand deftly moves a feathered quill across a scroll. The Kestrels, it writes, endured much, but none so more so than their friend and ally Natalia Leclerc. Born into nobility, Natalie's life before the joining ritual was already interesting. Married by design, Natalie enjoyed a relationship where she could moonlight as a dueling fighter in the famous Orlesian melee tournaments. Going by the name of the Iron Beak, I can't read my own writing.
Sounds like a you.
Whatever, I'm gonna just wing it. Going by the name of the Iron Beak, she drew in a lot of fame and glory until a bitter rival poisoned her. The poison, it turned out, was a darkspawn origin, and the taint worked quickly. Luckily for her, a certain Grey Warden, who had been investigating the use of taint as poison, found her in time to offer her the joining. What isn't known, however, was which Grey Warden had been her recruit. And it still remains shrouded in mystery to this day, possibly with good reason. What is known, however, that she didn't just survive the joining, she allowed the rumour of her death to continue. The Leclerc, now Grey Warden, made the choice to focus on her career as a Grey Warden. However, she was known by her teachers to be literally the worst Grey Warden they had ever taught. Most notably, she kept getting the motto wrong. In death, victory, she said incorrectly. In peace, sure, vigilance. But in war, sacrifice. When challenged on this, she would always reply, "Fine, I heard your version. I think mine's better." When she met the apothecary, she followed that same brutal independent streak, saw what the apothecary had been doing, saving the lives of those in the village, and made the decision to defend it, slaying her party of fellow Grey Wardens. Later, trapped at House Trevelyan. What? Oh yeah. Later, trapped at with House Trevelyan during the war, she left with the apothecary to try and draw away the enemy. Eventually, the enemy caught up and she was betrayed and poisoned by the Lyre, who turned out to be the apothecary. Many consider her story to be one of a cautionary tale of trusting the wrong people, but I prefer to think of it as doing the right thing, but not getting the reward. Regardless, in death, if found, in death there was victory of a sort. And now we move over to the jungle. It's raining.
There is wind, a lot of it. The trees are bending backwards. There are 4 very stealthy-ass darkspawn out there. You know they can speak. They're intelligent. You've heard of rumours, but this is the first time you've ever actually seen them. And they are reasonably good at the stealth game, so you can't easily make them out, but you get the impression that they're searching for you. Standing in this copse of all of this greenery, and it is somewhere between a forest and a jungle because of the climate, is standing the apothecary. His mask off. Thick, black, almost dreadlock-like hair. It's a crusted face, those eyes, and all those teeth that weren't designed for speaking language in many ways. And he's busy with some vials. He's simply ignoring the danger, and he's just prepping a few things, looking at them, ignoring you.
It is raining, right?
Pouring it down.
So I'm thinking that, because before we moved Leclerc outside, the apothecary asked, "Is it raining?" And then Valeth said no. So there's been so much talk about the red seed and it raining and stuff like that. So Firil's gonna be a little bit cautious and protect her skin at least as good as she can underneath her cloak. Pull the hood up.
Doing that is certainly going to help you be protected from rain on your skin.
Yeah.
But it's going to make being stealthy harder.
It's just a small movement.
True.
It's not like I'm standing inside a bush that will shiver and make sounds as I do this.
So it's essentially just putting the hood up,
Yeah.
sticking your hands in your sleeves.
And
Alright, cool.
make it so that it's easy to get a hold of my daggers if I need to.
So you're on standby.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to maybe get a hold on where the 4 darkspawn is, so I could possibly flank them. Because I'm thinking that the instructions that I got was that if something happens to Belisar's men and or the apothecary, Belisar would kill all of my friends back at camp.
That is true.
But now this changes everything, and I'm thinking that all my friends back at the camp is going to die anyway.
He chose... Belisar actually didn't choose these 4 guys
No.
for any reason. He just picked them because they were nearby.
Yeah.
Which makes you wonder how many more there are. In fact, I'm going to let you try for it. Roll perception, hearing.
14. With a double.
It only helps if you manage it. I'm trying to remember the difficulty scales for the game. I do believe 14 just hits it, and for the sake of the plot, I'll allow it. You can hear or make out the sounds of... It sounds like somewhere between crying, screaming, something, a loud bellow of a voice, back the way towards the camp.
Yeah. What Firil always has said, though, throughout this series, is that the mission comes first anyway. Whatever it is, the mission comes first. So I'm not getting my eyes off the apothecary. If it so be that my friends will die, or me for that matter, I'm not letting him go.
The awakened darkspawn that are hunting you are getting close. They are sniffing the air. They are coordinating with each other with these strange gestures with their clawed hands. And you don't know what this hand language is, but what's up?
I hope that the rain will make the difficulty for their smelling higher.
It did. Thank you for pointing that out. There were a lot of 6s.
Also, Rin, Frostens really likes your dye job.
Thank you.
I dyed my hair too.
Higher.
And Firil's about to die, so hopefully not.
That's funny. Funny.
Okay.
You can't seem to get around them without coming too close.
I'm gonna. How tall are they?
Knowing what I know about Firil, probably almost twice your height.
What if? Can I do a maneuver where I kind of sneak past 2 of them, come out of shadow as I do,
Mm-hmm.
and then when they attack, I kind of tuck and roll so they attack each other instead?
You can try. It's a something complicated maneuver, but
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure you've done it before. Although that was probably with stupid, underpaid guards or something. So, lining it up, easy enough. Then you're going to reveal yourself and say something feral-like. And then the trick is to dive out of the way at the right moment. So it's going to be a very high dexterity check, but you're pretty good at that.
Mhm.
So, let's do it.
High risk. I like it.
High risk,
Let's
high
do
reward.
it.
That's the feral way.
That is very feral way. So, going through the undergrowth, using your height, or lack thereof, as an advantage,
Mhm.
you're standing between, not just 2 of them, but 2 and 2. You've
Okay.
actually managed to get between them,
Mhm.
but you know at that point, they're getting to the point where they're going to detect you anyway. So, you just pop up out of the undergrowth, right in front of them all, in a way that they didn't expect, really. And you say,
Hi! And I wave, and I look stupidly
it's like, hey,
cheerful.
hey.
Yeah.
So,
I'm here!
so you know I was afraid of that. Nope. Yeah, they're dumb. So both of the 2 of them that are closest to you grunt. They actually take a deep breath. They can smell the prey. They are starting to, I suppose, lose a bit of their wisdom in what's going on.
Mhm.
They've never met you. They don't get like briefings on this, so they don't know what you're about. All they know is you revealed yourself. Time to eat. So they come charging at you, thundering across the undergrowth in a remarkably agile way, weapons raised. Both of them, 2 of those. They're still using the Tevinton daggers. And at the very last minute, roll for dexterity.
Acrobatics or.
Acrobatics, defo.
What kind of rain is it? Chixie wants to know. Is it West Coast rain, Oslo summer rain, hurricane storm,
It's more of a jungle rain.
like a heavy?
Monsoon?
What did you roll?
18. It's a low roll.
Did you get a double?
No. Did you roll 2?
I rolled that.
We can't see.
It's a 2 and a 1 and a 5.
That
It's like a. It basically means like, oh, eh. That was basically the reaction. It's just like a, bit late. So,
You had a better roll than me.
but their statistics aren't as good as you. So, you actually dive out of the way. They don't attack each other with that much of lethality. However, they do collide with each other in an almost comical fashion. Legs and arms akimbo like that before landing on their asses in a very uncomfortably intimate way. Whereas you managed to actually commando roll into the bushes, and now you're standing facing the apothecary, who doesn't notice you, he doesn't seem to be bothered. And the other 2 are reacting slowly. They're starting to gather at pace. You have this opening.
Yeah. Does the apothecary face me?
He's looking like looks at you like this and then just continues.
Okay.
Am I misremembering this, or did he like take blood from several of the group last time?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did he get it from all of us, or just
No,
a few?
just the ancient elf.
Ah, right.
Just the maid elf and the the accident.
Okay, so what Firil's gonna do now is that she's gonna just look at the apothecary when he looks down. She's not gonna think about that as anything weird. But after the 2 Darksmoon collides, she'll just say, "Right, there the odds has been leveled out." And she'll put up her daggers and she'll go for the apothecary.
Cool. I'm gonna just try something. As you're running at him,
Yeah.
he doesn't make any moves to defend himself. What he does, however, is he takes 3 of the vials and he holds them up in front of him. Like this, just 3 vials.
Just a
She
sec.
wouldn't know what that means.
The problem with this, have you ever done a podcast before? Audio is everything.
That's why none of us have our arms on the table.
Well, I do, but I'm
Well.
sitting like it.
Yeah, but you I think me and Anita are the worst offenders for
No.
that. I think me is the worst
You
offender for that, is it?
You are.
And sometimes, yeah, it depends. But a lot of you, because you drum the table a lot.
But yeah, you're sitting on the more stable part of the table.
I get excited.
Anyway, he holds vials.
He holds 3 glass vials with corks in them. The things that he's been working on. And as you're running closer towards you, he simply looks you straight in the eyes and says, "Stop."
Do I stop?
It's up to you.
No,
You want to go for him?
of course.
Awesome. Go for it. You want to attack?
I'll probably shadow first,
Mhm.
and then I will try to maneuver myself around him so he doesn't know where I am.
Cool.
And I'm gonna go for a backstab.
Go for it.
So shadow is that is a high roll. He won't see shit coming.
That's a double!
It is 27.
27?
Yeah, double 5 as Dragon Knight.
Wow. Yeah, you know what? He is
So that's a 6.
decidedly not very perceptive. It's not his thing. So you manage a backstab.
Cool. Then I'm gonna go for it. That's pretty cool, actually. Okay, attack. That's also a double, so I get 7. Basically gives me a second backstab too.
It does indeed.
Does indeed. Plus a bunch of stunts.
That's just so that anyone who's joining us for the first time, this is the big bad, by the way.
Yeah.
And
You'd think it'd be Than? Mm-mm. It's Firil.
Well, the Dragon Knight wasn't that high though, but still. Okay, so I am attacking him.
yes,
It's such a long time since I've done this.
don't worry about it. Talk it through.
Dex 7, 8. 21. 23. 29. 35 to hit.
Yeah. I think you managed to hit God that one.
Yeah.
The chat wants to know what color are the contents of the vials.
Good question.
Red, purple, green, blue.
Unfortunately, I'm doing this through the subjective viewpoints of the only protagonist in the area, which is my way of saying, Yabu hiss, I don't need to tell you. Because Firil decided to go the other path. I'm having one. While you're doing that, I'm just going to rustle.
Yeah.
Rustle, 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 rustle. Noise, 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 noise. Failing an intelligence check.
Just tear the bag open. That's what I did.
Last time I did that, I ended up smooshing the that stuff inside.
The bullet?
Yeah,
need
I
to
smashed the
read
bone.
in the book for something because I don't remember one of my. I'm sorry,
one is it?
guys.
What's it
it's
called?
such a long time since I've
What's
done
it called?
this. Hold on. Can we say that I marked him for dead as my assassin skill?
Yes.
Thank you, because then I get another d6.
Yes.
So I have 4 d6s for damage now. Cool.
And you rolled a double as well, I believe, didn't you?
Yes.
Which means that you can call upon the extra 1, 2...
Yeah, I got an extra backstab for it, so I have
Sweet.
2 stun points left, which
Mhm.
we can put on.
Lethal blow. Can't you?
Good.
Or something?
He doesn't seem to be wearing much armour.
Pierce armor, lightning attack.
Mm-hmm.
No. No, I can't do that. That's too much. Mighty blow I can do,
Yeah.
so it gives me an extra d6.
Yeah.
Okay,
Row, tow your boat, Rick.
14. 19 damage. Plus dexterity, 19, 20, 28.
28?
Plus, is it light blades?
Oh, yeah, using
Well, yeah,
daggers.
daggers.
Yeah. So 28, 29, 30? 30 damage?
Yeah. Well, it's minus the armour rating, unless you did pierce armour, did you?
No, I took mighty blow since you said he didn't have armor. So.
I said it didn't seem to.
Okay, yeah. That's what he goes for.
Alright.
But 30, that's a lot.
So if anything like Rick can't add up. Hey. So that was all the attacks or just the one? I think you could attack twice.
Oh, I have another attack too. Yeah. Whoops. I forgot. Oh, hold on. Since I'm in shadow, I can use cunning too, so it's 4 more damage.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's 34.
And this one just recently discovered Magic the Gathering.
Mm-hmm.
We're in trouble, folks.
Mm,
Actually, some of us not as bad as other people. Tanya.
Piercer.
C'est moi. Magnifique.
What are you talking about?
Well, and obviously your little win there was a fluke.
Yeah.
Second
I think so.
attack. Did you break with 6, 7,
No.
10?
No, my little win was a fluke, not my
I
wind.
It was a failed part.
when Anita broke win that time, it was beginner's luck, really.
I'm just that constipated.
16. Does
I don't
that
know.
hit?
My constipated. It was definitely can't about it. Yes, this definitely hits.
16 hits, yeah.
Yes.
Then it's damage, so that's just 1d6 this time.
Yep.
Sorry. So that's 2... 10 damage. 12 damage.
Still extra damage.
And if it's plus the cunning, it's 4 more.
It's not bad.
No. I rolled a 1 on my die.
Wow.
Yeah.
Rogues are OP.
A default of 11 damage?
Default of
She's done more.
8, 9, 10, 11 damage, yeah.
Yeah.
I've only seen one other character do more
Is that
damage,
with
and that
cunning?
was
Is that with cunning?
No. With cunning, it's 15 default.
So how you want to do this? I'm kidding. Jesus Christ,
No, I'm
it was
not.
that easy.
I don't want to kill him. I just want to, make him cry a little.
Make him feel a little bit like a...
Hashtag shit that Firil says.
Yeah. Maybe not drop the creepy vials.
I don't know.
That's so Firil. You and I, as you slink around him, you're expecting a lot more resistance. After everything this creature's done, you're expecting this thing to be much more dangerous, so you don't hold back.
But I don't know he's a liar, though.
No, she doesn't.
No, you don't.
No.
So why are you attacking him?
I don't know.
It seems fishy.
No, it's because he took off his mask and I've seen the red sparkling cracks in his face. And also I've been suspicious of him being the liar.
And the other... Suddenly there's got
They're darkspawn from
Spawn?
something,
Yeah.
so yeah. Darkspawn are not known for, being on the surface or being nice or even talk. So,
Also, we did hold out those creepy vials and stuff. So
Yeah, no,
that's enough incentive for her.
oh yeah. I've killed for less.
Yeah. No, I
You
can...
farted? You did!
That's
Yeah.
one
Well,
smelly
what was that?
fart.
Well, I'm gonna go try and talk to this guard so we can get past. Sure. Stop. Damn it! I haven't even spoke to him yet. You took too long.
He's up to something. I could smell it.
The Lyre turns around. The apothecary, turns around, and as a free action, gestures for the others to stay back. He brings up the vials. One of them now cracked. Turns to you and says, "That's one of your friends dead, then."
What you mean?
He lets the glass tumble, ignoring the cuts and all the rest of it, cutting his fingers, and you can see the slick, black, tainted blood just dripping from them. He takes the other 2 glasses into his hand. He's ignoring the fact that his back is bleeding as well. Your weapons are coated in this black
Oh yeah.
ichor. You know even you know not to touch this stuff.
No.
He holds up one of the vials. It's weird, sloshing mixture that seems to be blood, but also has a certain, not glittering, but a vibrance to it. This will stop red lyrium. This. He holds it up. And it's the same, but there's something different about it. Like, it's got a... Almost like, if you look at it sideways, it has a glow. This will fix Keth's treachery. Or it could have been that one.
Which is?
I don't know. I guess we'll never know. He takes the vial in his hand, like he's about to crack it. What's the cost?
By the way, Frosthames wants to know, do I have any points? I have a list of points. Lyre has 10 points. Lutrogem has 3 points. Jamie has 2 points. And Charlie has 1 point.
What do I have?
Nothing.
That's what you have.
No, that was the full punkt. That was a full stop right there. Thank you.
Yes, Frosthames, Jamie is you. So you have 2 points.
Can I get back to like hurting people now? Thank you. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Unless, Frostime wants to use a point.
Yeah, you have max as normal.
Yes.
Do you have it?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think. Yeah.
So, what you're saying is that...
Frosthames says, haha, point used, please.
For what reason?
For what?
I guess she wants to save the potion.
Tough.
That cracked.
Nope.
I guess that's not a reversible plot point.
It's got to be rerolls or something involving a roll. A decision was made.
All right. Sorry, you have to wait for a roll. If we fail a roll or if Rick fails a roll, you can use a point.
Yeah, you can even help me. I just want to point that out. People can help me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Frederick did that.
Yeah, Frederick did that. No one else has.
Yeah, Kim has.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you did. She regretted it.
Anyway, yes. So, wait for a roll.
Which might be in a minute.
Who would help you?
All right. So, yeah.
Every time I try to speak, someone says something.
I'm gonna shut up.
Nobody read the chat for a second. This is important.
It kills the mood. Anyway. So... What was the third one supposed to be? Which side are you on? Are you the liar? Have you been all this time?
He looks rather, like, raises an eyebrow, which for Darkspawn is just weird.
You look weird. You know that, right? Don't do that mimicking thing with your face. Trying to be human-like, because you're not. You'll never be.
I didn't want for you or them to be hurt.
Really?
Well, not killed. If you can live through it, then sure. But wasn't my plan.
What's your plan?
He passes the files to you. Take it
Why?
and go.
Why?
Because if you don't, Valeth will die. And someone else will. You'll have to check with Keth.
What about you?
If I leave, if I die here, things will still go on as I planned.
What's your plan? What's the end goal?
Peace.
For who?
All of us.
You want all of us to die? Is that it? Is that your peace?
No.
Then what's your peace? The red lyrium is not the solution?
No. But now I have a cure.
I don't understand.
It's okay. It's not your skill set. He actually drops the vials onto the foliage where it just lands in the leaves.
She looks at him for a few seconds before she, I guess, picks him up.
Run. You don't have much time. He just steps back. Makes a clicking noise, and the other four start moving slowly towards him, sheathing their weapons, looking at you like...
If one of them passes her, she will go up to him like, woof! You know, that kind of move.
Alright.
not expect that.
when you do that, he's like,
Still got it. Because the Firil, this is a failure. Like, if she
Yeah.
leaves now, it will be failure in her mind. She kind of feels like she has to.
run, Firil. And then he turns around, offering his back, still bleeding from the wounds that you gave him. And he doesn't seem to even notice that he's been injured. And then with his other group, they walk away, or they start walking away. The 2 vials are just in your hand.
Guess she just looks at him for walking away for a few seconds before she turns around and bolts
Mhm.
back.
I'd like you, I mean, you're going to need to do this now, unfortunately. Could you roll a run check and then tell me the results in a minute or 2?
Yep.
Meanwhile, back in Casa Belisar.
Are we inside? I thought we were outside.
I was
No.
kidding. I was kidding. It's a cave. So, you guys are precisely where we left you.
Which is running after Firil.
Did you guys?
He was running after Phil.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think I was with Kaida.
Yeah.
And Keth went to see Luna, I think.
If I recall correctly, when the fighting breaks out, Keth is the one shaking you awake.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. At which point you announce that it's the Lyre,
Mm-hmm.
and then you start hearing the fighting inside the cave.
Wasn't we? Didn't we get to you first?
You had no reason to go looking for the Lyre at that point, so...
No, because I specifically remember
Uh-huh.
that someone mentioned something, and then I asked, and then before you were running off to be with Firil, I told you he has our blood.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I must have told him that
Yeah.
he was the liar. So,
So she's
I-
already outside.
So we know.
well, yeah, I was outside with Leclerc
Ah.
because I was, going through Leclerc's memories.
Ugh.
And then when I woke up, I don't remember if it was Kath who shook me back or if I
It was.
woke up. Okay. Anyway, I told you guys that the apothecary was a liar and that Firil was alone with him, and you decided to dash after her.
Yeah.
And then I told him about our vials of blood that he just
Yeah.
took
Yeah.
from us.
And then I don't remember if you told Kath that Luna could fix his arm or not.
Well, that was already being discussed.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what I can't remember... No, I do. Yeah, because it was Keth that woke her up. Which means that he hasn't done anything about his missing arm yet. But the rest of the Venatori camp at the moment is a mess. Everyone is fighting everyone else. And for that reason, I need to first of all know what score you got.
17.
17. Cool. And I need you to roll a run as well.
Yes.
And Valeth and Gaffy, you're going to need to roll initiative.
Oh, yay. That always goes well.
Ooh, I got it done.
9. I rolled 1, 2, 3.
Sorry.
It's okay. No one's doing anything important just yet.
I am.
Ruffling through your pages.
Ruffle, page. Every page says, kill this, kill that. So for initiative, we have 15 for Fuckboy.
Fuckboy has 22.
Dang it.
That's his new name. I love
That
it.
has become And
Thirsty
Valeth got 1, was it?
9.
9.
What?
Not that 9 is much better. Trixie says, danger, Will Robinson. Sounds safe, like taking candy from strangers.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
that's very safe. Firil's done it many times.
Yeah.
She can vouch for it being very safe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, every time.
And by strangers you mean a researched victim, and by candy you mean jewels and other information.
Of course. That's yeah.
I just want to
Seems
clarify.
legit.
What other candy would it be?
Also, if you want to pronounce it correctly, it's pronounced legit.
Legit. Just like legit. Anyway.
Chris has been helping me with my English.
Legit.
Whereas menace is actually pronounced menangi. Why are you laughing? You guys are weird.
Do you
All right.
need more initiatives?
I like
No. It's initiatives.
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 Menachi. Menachi.
It's related to the word antives.
Oh my lord. Alright, so I thought it was funny at the start, but yeah. As you guys are
You didn't
doing your thing.
want to know what I got, did you?
Yeah.
You never asked.
Well, I'm asking now.
I got 18.
Thank you very much. You're right though, I didn't want to know. Gaffy.
Yeah?
There are most of the fighting is actually going on inside the cave. Whatever's going on inside. You can't see Belisar. Luna is coming out of her hut and seems rather absolutely confused. You all get to go first. As you're watching, you see 3 of these Venatori assassins, and you can't really tell who's on whose side because everyone's still keeping their masks on, and they're running towards Luna.
Okay. He will shout out for Luna, yelling that the apothecary is the Lyre. Don't trust anyone.
Cool. Was that your whole turn?
I don't know. I guess I will run over to her and draw my weapon.
So that's movements. Your action can be like hold action.
I'll...
I believe you can draw your weapon without any issues.
Yeah. But...
It appears in my hand like...
Because if I
fire.
have an action,
Mm.
I will cast telekinetic weapons.
Instead of holding an action.
Okay, I will hold that action.
Either or is good. Decide now.
Telekinetic.
Telekinetic weapons.
You have to have them ready, don't you? Isn't it?
I'm just glad we've moved away from fire and ice bonuses on the weapons.
It's on fire and on ice at the same time. It's like having
Frozen ass.
Burning cold.
It's like
Yes,
having a
it's burning
fiery
cold.
water hose.
Yes.
That's
Adam
both.
Sandler was a wizard who
I
could
just
cast
hit that
fire
number.
and ice, and what he got was steam. It was
So, yeah. So basically, just, refresh because it's been such a long time. The readied melee weapons of all allies within 10 yards of you pulse with arcane force.
Mhm.
Affected weapons inflict bonus damage equal to your magic ability, to my magic ability. So +7, +3 because spirit magic. So +10. Any attack made with an affected weapon that generates stunt points may threat the pierce armor stunt as costing 1 fewer stunt points. This can be combined with other effects, such as blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
I'm very clued up on blah, blah, blah.
So a rogue can
Yeah.
get pierce armor for free.
Mathematical
The
problem.
enchantment lasts for 1 minute, but you can extend the duration when you cast a spell by spending an additional 6 mana points for each extra minute you would like it to last. Doesn't harm weapon, blah blah blah, can be cast together with frost and flaming.
But it won't.
Depends on Luna.
Mm.
I guess she can do it too.
Adam Sandler was an arcane warrior. But now, he's gonna learn how to cast magic with fire, ice, and lightning at the same time.
That's fine, Cartman.
Yeah.
Ma'am! Can I see some magic wrong again? Me too. Alright,
How to make people do math voluntarily.
Yeah. Also, just to add
Exactly.
it, I've left Luna with Valeth.
what do you mean left her
Not
with...
Luna, but
Kaida.
Kaida.
Yeah. Right, Kaida.
Crap, I forgot
See?
about Kaida.
Fuck boy. He doesn't even remember the names of his
Girlfriends.
Yeah.
Conquests!
Like,
Oh yeah!
Who are you again?
Just slides over to Luna and say, treating me and keeping clean. Ah, yeah. Shades on. Yeah, all right. So you managed to cast your telekinetic. Now, funny thing about telekinetic weapons, right? It's one of those weapons that says it enhances all allies. Yeah. So here's the thing. It doesn't enhance theirs.
Huh?
The
enemies?
The three.
So basically, now I know who's an ally.
Yeah.
Nifty.
Rules is written, or for rules is intended, because I don't have a choice. Mr. Meeseeks, tell me who these guys are. Okay, can do.
Run around, cast telekinetic weapons.
As you do that, Luna, whose turn is next, actually gives you a sideways glance, like almost like admiration, if she wasn't really still pissed off at you, and then turns back. Interesting. I guess they're gonna have to die now, and then basically
Blood magic.
But I mean well.
Also, Frostheim says that Cartman was scary accurate. Do it again. Respect my authority.
I'm not a trick monkey.
You're not?
What? It was just
That's
about
about
to do.
screw guys. Can you take me out to like dinner or something? Like maybe some like fish or something? Because I like to be winded down before you fuck me. Oh, interesting. Okay, so Luna, who's by your side, basically brings her hands around in a rough circle. In the center, you feel the pull of pyro or fire magic as a small, tiny sun appears in between her circling hands, to the point where it's around the size of a head. At which point, she just releases it, and this thing doesn't just glide across the air; it goes straight out and smashes against the guy in the middle, making him disappear in almost like a Dragon Z style black silhouette of burniness.
He's dusted.
Done and dusted.
Pretty much.
Frostheim says, haha, I love it.
Wow, okay, that's unfortunate. The one on the right manages to command a roll sideways, getting out of the way of the worst of it. However, he still takes...
Sorry, I just
her
need
butt's
to blow
numb.
my nose.
Alright, that was my second guess. But her butt's also numb.
Yes, that too.
Alright.
Alright.
Still need to watch that John Wick thing where every bullet is replaced with Matthew McConaughey. Alright. Automatic weapon.
Cool.
No doubt. Sweet. Scabba-ba-da, da-da-da. I'm loving it. The one in the center is heavily burned.
You said the one in the
Is-
center was dust.
No, I didn't.
You said it disappeared.
No, I didn't.
That's what I heard.
I mentioned the Dragon Ball Z thing, and everyone thought of that image where, like, one of them disappears. Like, it's fine.
My bad.
Sorry, it's fine. It's fine, but we can blame you
It's
anyway.
charcoal.
Actually, he does look like a lump of charcoal, still running at you. These two charcoal, like, red glow ember eyes. His arm is blackened, and all the cloth has been either stuck to his flesh or has been incinerated. But he's very clearly a darkspawn. Heavily injured darkspawn, but a darkspawn nonetheless. The one on the left gets propelled leftways and lands on his ass, whereas the guy on the right manages to ignore most of the damage. They have been hurt, however, they are still moving in, and they reach you. What's your defense, by the way?
Right now it's 14.
14.
So what? And I'm literally gonna go and fetch my ice cream because I'm tired.
Don't encourage her with your noises.
Ooh.
Stop.
Ooh. Sexual ice cream.
Interpret as you want to.
Also, Frostheim says Anita has the virus and is killing the group. JK, it's allergies. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is
It is allergies. I just blew my nose and it made a whistling sound. It was kind of like a miniature tea kettle, like when they're done and steam is coming out. That's kind of what it sounded like.
That always sounds like the screams of the damned to me, but it makes me feel happy.
Anyway.
I'm sorry, what was your defense again?
14.
14. Awesome. The three of them, you're in the way, so they go straight after you.
Okay.
So that was probably, let me see, that was... carry the 2. The three of them go at you with 2 different hand weapons, stabbing, and you block a number of them, but their knives, or their short swords, manage to find their way into your flesh, and you get essentially stabbed once, twice, 3, 4 times, taking a total of 39 damage.
4 times,
Yes.
and that's without retracting the armor.
Yes.
And you said that the total was
39.
39.
39. 5 times 4 is 20, so 19.
No, there was no stunts, so I couldn't do any fancy schmancy stuff. It was just normal stabbing. Valeth.
Yeah.
Yes.
They've the 3 obvious darkspawns are starting to attack Gaffy. Luna is pretty much over his shoulder, like going, "Yeah, yeah, you want another one?"
Are there any more enemies around me and Kaida, or and where is Kath in all of this?
Fuck, I forgot about Kath. Hang
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I forgot about Ray.
He is trinket.
He's
Yeah.
just watching through a window somewhere.
Waiting through the window. Does
Um,
anybody see? Is anybody waving?
Stop that. Stop that. Kath is going to go after you. He is actually holding an action as he is holding his sword and just watching for... He's keeping an eye on you.
Okay. And enemies close to me and Kaida?
None. The only ones that
Okay.
you can see are the 3 that are attacking Gaffy.
Okay, so how far away from me are they, approximately?
Feet or meters.
Yards, really.
Yar. My second
Yar.
favourite word. That would...
Because I
20.
need them to be within 50 yards of me, basically. Right, so 20. Then I want to cast a Mind Blast, which will create a circular blast of telekinetic force with a 2-yard radius that's centered anywhere within 50 yards that you can see. Those caught in the blast are knocked prone and cannot take a major action on their next turn. Targets that make a successful strength might test versus your spell power are only knocked prone. In either case, any prepared actions are lost.
Don't you have any kind of talent or feature that can make you not hit certain targets?
Well, I don't think...
There is a thing which does that, but it's basically when you're playing with kids and they have a habit of firing a fireball or inferno right into
But
their
the
friends'
thing is,
faces.
I can place it so that it most likely doesn't hit Gaffy and Luna, because
Sure.
I can place it wherever I want as long as they're within the 2 radius reach of the blast.
I'm going to let you hit 2 of them.
Okay, yeah, sure,
But
good
honestly,
enough.
I would say hit Gaffy anyway, because, you know,
He can probably take it.
yeah, he's a big boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do I need to roll to...
If you want to resist it, you need to do a successful strength might test versus my spell power.
Which is...
My spell power is 18. But I just need to roll for the spell first. 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I make the target number. Because plus 6 too. So.
Because, yes.
Yeah. So that means that, yeah. So what did you roll?
Not good. Not enough.
Not 18. Not 18. Right.
Ah, fuck!
So, yeah.
Yeet.
Alright, so if Gaffy is caught in the blast, then he gets knocked prone to
What was the stat to use again, sorry?
strength might versus my spell power. So you have to roll an 18 or higher.
Yeah. That was almost like a gorilla's thing.
Feel good. Do, 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 do.
Most do. One of them passes. The other one, however, failed the both your point.
Mm-hmm. So the one who passed is knocked prone.
But if she hit me, then she should have hit all three of them.
Thanks for that. Two of them fall.
Yeah.
Two of them fail.
Okay, yeah. So they're all knocked prone and cannot take a major action on their next turn. Targets that make a successful strength might test are only knocked prone. In either case, any prepared actions are lost. So you can get up and use a minor action in the next turn, basically.
Now what were those?
Minor
So
actions. They usually include flying the bird towards someone, and like using a lift.
Can't I use like defend to as a mind roll, like increase my defense? Are you sure? Please check.
That means people have to drink.
Yes. I don't think we're still doing that though.
I think some of us developed alcoholism and it became a bad idea.
Don't tell anyone.
Oh shit.
Nah, I'm fine.
I mean, you would think that they would actually put it on this thing.
You'd think.
But don't you have like the books with stuff like that? You had before?
Why does this happen every time?
Because you're you.
That is very accurate.
What did that mean, huh? What did it mean?
It's a double rainbow. But what does it mean?
Oh my god, Princess Firil is adorable.
Yeah, I love her.
That is the cutest.
Oh my goodness.
Look at that.
That is adorable.
That is so cute. Lyra, you did such a good job.
You should add like a
Freaking
little small cute Disney fox right next to her feet or something.
Yes.
That's so amazing. Thank you so much. I love
It's
it.
beautiful.
Yes. Guard up.
It is.
Oh.
Guard up. You put your skill to use balancing action and defense. Add +1 or 2, your choice, to your defense until the end of this round. However, you suffer the amount you choose as a penalty to all tests you make, even opposed tests, for the remainder of the current round as well.
Gee, thanks, Tonya, the science guy. But that's for your next turn. Haha! I win.
But I can activate, so I can activate my powers.
Yes, next turn.
Yes.
Aha! I win still.
Still win.
Which is irrelevant because I'm never wrong. Yeah. What was the extra damage those guys took for that?
What? They don't take any damage
Yeah,
from
I know.
Mind Blast.
Yeah, I know, I love that.
What do you mean?
I just mean, it's,
Is there some red lyrium fuckery in this, you mean?
I never said that. Okay, no, you're good.
Okay.
Hashtag red lyrium fuckery. I like that.
I have 3 red mana, if that's what you want to know. And if we were using the red warden specialties, I have a projectile made of pure red lyrium that does 2d6 penetrating damage, if that's what you were looking for.
Kind of, sort of. You'll find out. Anyway, so that was Valeth's turn.
Uh-huh.
Cat is still holding, so he's going to remain there for now to make sure nothing bad happens to you. He's like, I love you all equally, but I'm married to this one, so I'm really sorry. She'll be really angry otherwise. Cat, you left me. I'm so sorry. Right back to the top. Because of your combined run moves, by the way, you're running into the jungle, and you see this blur of speed just go whoosh. Was that Firil? And Firil shouts at you.
Turn around! Bright eyes!
Every now and then I call it hard. I need to love you never again.
That is a song I never thought I would hear Cartman sing.
Oh, I feel dirty. All right.
I think that's gonna be one of those like Animal Crossing like quick stops.
Can I have a Disney princess too?
Oh my god, they all want Disney princess. Can Gaffy have a Disney princess?
Prince.
I said princess. Oh fuck.
She
Come on.
kind of already drew Gaffy as a princess.
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 So, you run straight past Dan.
Yes.
Dan does that thing where they do on Animal Crossing where they skid to a halt. You go, and then starts running back.
Turn
I
around,
think he
riders.
actually.
They're
I
all
think
gonna
he.
die.
I think he actually makes like he hears it and then just like does a tumble and then comes up the other side and runs.
Acrobatics.
It would be
I
more
mean,
fun if you did like the bull in one of the Disney short films, where he just like he rushes and then kind of like slides while still rushing and buries a very big ditch or something and then continues the other way.
Actually, it would make more sense if he just grabs hold of a slim tree and just
Cracks
like
it.
and just uses the momentum to
It's like
twirl
a
around.
Chinese wushu movie. But you know what would be even better? Is if you just turned around, got on with it. Now, I need you two to...
No, I need it to look good.
Sure. All right, you do whatever you want. However, it's not exactly graceful and, certain forms of wildlife die.
Mostly ants.
Mostly ants.
Anyway.
You guys need to roll initiative because you're going to be coming in this round.
Hell yes! I love rolling initiative. It's my favorite
Well,
thing.
it's gonna be more than 9. I can tell you that.
Oh, it's gonna be 10 plus whatever I roll. Nice, nice.
Which was what? 3?
19.
Okay. Wait, you got 19 in total? Or was that what you rolled?
No, 19 in total.
Because that's broken.
I have initiative 10.
Hey,
No
son
matter
of a-
how
son of a-
I do.
son of a- son of a-
Yes.
Rogan. So that was Neva, hashtag Firil. Which one is she today?
So much easier to just write Firil.
I
It is.
rolled 22.
Same as me.
Ooh,
You can go second.
that's fine. That is fine.
Sweet. Gaffy, you got you're on your ass, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna activate Arcane Warrior, like combat magic mode, and spend 5 mana points to shift into Fade Shroud.
Oh wow.
Because that I can do.
Yeah. I don't think Luna's seen this properly yet, has she?
What?
I don't think Luna's seen this yet, has she?
No, my ghost form?
So not only does your weapon erupt into, correct me if I'm wrong, but a silver argent flame, but the rest of you becomes rather transparently spectral, and there
and I
are
get small wings.
and you get these rather like biblical scale kind of wings that spread out in a very practical manner, as in they're big, as in they could feasibly work. What? Those tiny little cutesy wings? Go to hell. Look at me, I'm an angel. Flip, flip, flip. Shut up. Physics called. You suck. Oh. So that was your turn. Thank you for coming. Dan.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You're up.
I'm up. What's the situation in front of me when I return?
Well, you come bursting out of the forest.
Mm-hmm.
And I would believe, if I remember the map correctly, you would arrive on the point of the north side, which is Keth, Valeth, the body of Leclerc, and the resting form of Kaida. Across the encampment, between all of the huts, is 3 rather hurt and obviously not human Tevinton assassins who you recognise because you've encountered Darkspawn before. You just haven't seen them when they start.
I will rectify. I will not use Fade Shroud because I will not use the combat, but the Spirit Warrior instead.
Sure.
So less defense, but more damage too.
Offense.
Noted. Munchkin. So yeah, you basically see that over there. Luna is standing behind Gaffy, who was currently fighting off 3 Darkspawn.
Okay.
You can also hear you can also hear Son of a Firil right behind you.
So basically, who is kind of in the most vulnerable position defense-wise?
Gaffy, probably. I mean, Ket's protecting Valeth and Kaida, so obviously they're safe.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll go... Actually, I'll just charge towards those darkspawn that I see. Because they're going to be pretty much between us.
Mhm.
So, yeah. I'm just going to...
Cool.
Bull
Almost
rush in
charging all over there. You want to roll to strikey dike?
Yes. Okay.
There's fire between us. Where is your game?
So, basically, yeah, I'm probably already drawn my weapons at this point anyway. And attack, and that's a... Okay, that's...
One of those like dynamic entry, and then just leap on one of them.
That's a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Yes. And then it is... Let's see. No stunt points.
Boom!
2d6 plus 4.
I'm disappointed at the lack of fire so far.
I mean, Luna cast a fireball.
No.
Actually, that's a good point. You never gave me the stats for red. The lyrium sword.
You're gonna draw a red? You're gonna use it?
I think he probably does without thinking.
Okay.
I mean, he's safe to use it, though.
Well, for now.
For now.
Okay.
Yeah. What's the
Damage?
roll?
So you roll 3d6.
And that's another d6.
Mhm.
That's a 1. Okay.
Yeah. And you roll those 3 dice again.
Okay. So that was 9.
Mhm.
Okay, that's not a lot. That's 6.
Mhm. So that was 9 plus 6.
So 15.
Yeah. Do you want to roll more?
No, I'm good.
Okay. So your damage is that plus your strength plus your your berserker or whatever else you've got.
Okay.
This
Yeah,
will come at a
that's
cost. This will come at a cost. Every time they roll, it will come with a cost.
What makes you think that?
Oh, most likely.
Duh.
It's plus strength, and because it's heavy blades, and I have speciality, do I add that as well?
Yep.
Yeah. So that means it's plus 10. So it's 25 damage.
Yep.
Nice.
How do you want to kill it?
Probably chop it in 2.
Cool.
Clean swing.
The when you draw the blade, for almost a second you hear a sound like a broken off, caught in the high wind kind of sound, like you heard a part of someone's song in the long distance. And the blade comes down with a shrieking sound. This weapon has always been remarkably light for its size, and when it hits the darkspawn, it goes straight through its armor plating. It actually cauterizes the darkspawn flesh as it goes through, and the two sides of it, because it cuts such a jagged groove through it, the two sides flop against each other and just slither up, like apart, right from head to crotch.
Nice.
Also, was that with the added... when you charge, is that just the attack, or is it
It's the attack roll
damage?
that gets bonus, not
Yeah.
the damage.
Okay. Yep.
Nice try though.
No, I just didn't remember because I didn't
Mm.
roll anything extra for charging. But
Fairly
it's
certain
fine.
there should be a class ability that does that, because that could be like a lot of fun, really. Go out the way!
Anyway,
yes.
It's only a matter because if I don't charge, I can make another attack with my secondary weapon.
Yeah,
And
true.
considering I've not used any bonuses for charging, other than getting there quick, I don't know if that's movement or bonus action.
Yeah,
or-
it's movement, basically. You get more attacks if you're already adjacent.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So you're less glass cannon, more of a, like, while I'm here, I'm just going to get harder to kill. Why are you guys taking pictures of, like, just the pretty stuff?
I took pictures of you too.
Aww. Wait.
You played yourself!
Yes, you did.
You played yourself!
I legitimately fell for that. It's fine, I'm going to get my revenge. Just you wait. Firil.
Yes.
I'm not crying. Firil.
Yes.
You arrive into the jungle. You don't know how Than managed to run faster than you, but the big
He's
lug.
taller, has longer
Yeah.
legs. I mean,
Yeah,
science.
relatable, Chris. So you basically
6'2".
he comes running into the encampment, and you see.
Yeah.
First of all, you see Valeth over the cold-looking body of Leclerc, looking very dead now.
Okay.
Kaida slumped up against the side there.
Yeah.
Keth looking like in a defensive posture,
Mhm.
and over the across the warp, the pathway over between two huts. There's a brawl going on. You can make out Gaffy's silver blade covered by what was 3 darkspawn, and it looks like as you run in, you actually see the halved corpse falling to the ground in 2 pieces as Than has made his dynamic entry, and obviously behind Gaffy, Luna is still cheering him on.
Okay.
Whoop 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 whoop!
Can I see? Do I have one enemy that's clear that I can jump
Roll
on?
perception.
Attack? 12. 17?
17?
Yeah. There's something I can re-roll, I know that.
Yeah, if you fail, you can reroll, I guess, because of.
Yeah, I can re-roll seeing tests if it fails.
Do it.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
20.
Yes.
Cool. Keth's bringing his sword arm up in a swinging motion that will bring it right down on Valeth's head.
What? Okay. If if that's so, then well, one thing is that because the apothecary was the liar, and because the apothecary was the one who gave Valeth, made Valeth into what she is now,
Mhm.
Red Mage or
Warden.
whatever, Warden, makes me think that Valeth might actually be turned into an enemy at some point, and Firil has made this up in her mind.
Okay.
But she won't let Keth do this, though. And she knows that she won't be able to... Well, what she's gonna do is that she's gonna run towards Keth. And she's gonna do like a kangaroo kick and kick him in his arm.
Mm-hmm.
Because he only has one anyway. He
Yeah.
doesn't have another one to defend himself with. So
No.
if she just makes that one out of the...
Go wide.
I mean, you could just
Better
chop it
than-
off.
with my daggers?
I'd be like,
Eh.
choppy, choppy, choppy.
Nah, she's gonna kick it. Use the momentum of her already running to
Mhm.
kangaroo kick the arm away. Maybe he will...
So you're going to go for a disarm.
Yes. With the goal of him losing his blade.
All right. That's...
Not what you expected.
Honestly, I never know what to expect, so I've given up trying. Now, this is going to be a form of grappling. Now, grapple is done with strength and might. But what you're suggesting here is something that goes along the lines of just punching or kicking his hand.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a martial arts move.
Yeah.
Ki-ai!
Very roguish.
Yeah. So you're talking about, first of all, an unarmed attack. So roll to hit.
It's kind of charged too, so +1 bonus to attack roll, I guess.
Indeed.
Okay. So what do I add? Dexterity,
Yes.
strength, dexterity.
Dex.
Just
Plus
pure
one.
dexterity.
And +1.
Yeah. But just pure dexterity.
Unless you've got some form of skill which would help with unarmed.
Brawling.
Yeah, brawling would work.
Yeah, I have that actually.
Add that on as well.
Nice.
19.
Not bad.
Also, Frostheim says, Tiger tail kick.
That's actually just what you need.
Lucky. That's cool.
My question was going to be, when Dan used the red lyrium sword and he cut into that the enemy and it made that sound, did that affect me in any way?
You'll find out.
Great.
And as I hit Keth, I'm gonna say, "What the fuck?" And that's it.
Yeah. Could you do me a favor? No, actually, you know, I'm just going to do it this way. Yeah, okay, all right. I want to do this from your perspective, actually,
Okay.
because you hear the moving of little feet
Mm-hmm.
very quickly, and you turn to see Firil, looking rather distressed and running straight towards, well, you think that she's going to go through you,
Mm-hmm.
past you. But then she jumps into the air and does this very brutal, hard kick. And as you're like turning around to follow it, you realise that she's just kicking Keth's backward arm.
Mm-hmm.
And then it occurs to you that he's doing a backward swing that would have chopped your head clean off.
Mm-hmm.
And she kicks him right under the pommel, launching his longsword into the dirt, like a good few yards away, screaming out, "What the fuck are you doing?
No, just what the fuck?
What the fuck?
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Okay.
That's my Firil impression. You like it?
Yikes.
No. And that kind of drop kick is going to land you on your ass.
Can I take it back?
What?
As she kicks Keth and the sword goes flinging, she'll just say yeet. No, she doesn't do that.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Get it?
I think my instant reaction will be to be just taken aback,
Mhm.
like surprised, not expecting it at all, like what's going on?
Mm-hmm. The three darkspawn that are fighting you.
I guess it's 2 now.
Actually, it's 2 and 2 halves. But they're very dead, so let's say 2.
Yeah.
And your defense is still 14, yes?
No. It's 50.
Oh no.
no.
That didn't work. Oh no. Yeah, they seem to be caught off guard by 2 things. One, you've turned into some sort of dark angel. And 2, one of their friends has been...
Chopped into.
Departed.
yeah.
Departed.
I was going to say, was it bifurcated? No, that's not right.
His allegiance is divided.
He's a bit split on the matter.
Yeah.
No, he dared.
Make like a tree and split.
And they are looking, again, for Darkspawn, they're looking oddly scared.
Tempted.
Yeah. They're looking oddly scared by the whole thing. They are aware of their own lives. They don't want to die. And they're now looking to, it seems, you get the sense that they're looking for an escape.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. That was that. Yeah, Valeth, your turn.
My turn. Well, I mean, I don't think I noticed that the other people are running away, and I was probably in the midst of like casting a spell. I wanted to throw life ward on Kaida since she's still unconscious. But I think the whole what the fuck moment kind of probably ruined any chance of that happening.
That's what you said. It was in slow motion. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So I think my turn will probably be spent just looking at Firil and Kath and being like, what just happened? What's going on? And possibly reacting to the red lyrium if that's the case.
Thanks for reminding me.
Because I don't know what that's going to do to me, because I can hear it usually and
Well, your,
sense it.
Willpower check, please.
Yeah, I figured as much. I figured.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're sorry now.
I'm not.
No, you're not.
I'm not. It's gonna be.
It's probably gonna be a.
Okay, that's not good. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
14?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually that's
I rolled a 1, a 2, and a 3.
Yep.
93.
Fate point, anyone?
Yeah, now it's a
Yeah,
great
point.
point.
now's a good time.
Now's
that
a
was a
very
really
good
good time.
That was a very good time.
Help!
But
Did you get it right?
Thank
Okay,
you.
let's try this again, shall we? Oh, jeez.
Come on. Already better.
It's better. That's 4, 9,
Terrible.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Ah, come on. Fine.
Good.
However, you got away with it this time, Gadget. But you do notice that something's wrong. In
Yeah.
fact, you vomit on the floor
Okay.
because of a rather sudden, sharp stabbing pain that you're getting inside of you.
Yeah.
It feels like a knife or a spike has grown.
Okay. So what you and Keth see basically is probably Valeth going like, and then doubling over and vomiting blood, and then like,
No, not blood.
okay, then what is she
Just
vomiting?
stomach content.
Lyrium?
Bit of it all, to be honest.
Everything.
Yeah, there's obviously an internal bleed or something going on there.
Acid, blood, and crystals. That's what's coming out.
That sounds like the next album that I want to do.
So she's probably she's probably on her knees now, like pregnant.
Oh my God,
Does explain why Kath is trying to kill
with a
her.
demon.
Yeah.
You got preggers!
So yeah, all of this guff is coming out, and I'm clearly in pain.
And her eyes are glowing red.
Yeah.
And, well, you're, yeah, this isn't going away. That music is the only thing you can hear
Yeah.
right now.
Right.
You don't even notice that Kath is pushing you to the ground with his bare hands, and he's put his hands around your throat.
And
Damn it! Yes,
Yes.
fine. Hands.
His one hand.
His one hand, yeah.
Surprise! Yeah, his hand is like the other
Yeah.
arm just crawls over.
I'm probably just staring up into the air, like not seeing what's going on around me. If I'm just caught up in the music or the discordant music. And,
Yeah, it sounds like someone's playing piano badly,
Yeah.
but it also gives you a sensation of absolute vertigo all at
Yeah.
the same time.
It's
Literally,
like the world is spinning.
and the fever and everything else
Yeah.
that's horrible in the world. So good, yeah?
Yeah,
lovely,
yeah.
fun. Awesome. So moving straight back to the top.
it's me.
Gaffy.
Yeah.
You're now supercharged. You're ready to go.
I'm not super charged, but I'm a bit charged.
I mean, you could get... You know what? I'm not even going to ask.
So, yeah, I guess I will strike at my nearest enemy. Just for my reference, is Darkspawn considered demons? Damage-wise.
No.
Yeah, if he does not know this, that's fine.
I mean, at the end of the day, if it hurts them, woo!
Yeah, but the thing is that the reason he activated his Spirit Warrior mode because in his mind, he believes that Darkspawn are either fate creatures or demons.
See.
So that his Spirit Warrior mode will inflict extra damage on them.
Fair cop.
So yeah, he hasn't studied much on.
He's only
Darkspawn.
12, technically.
Technically, only 12. So that's a roll for attack.
Hey, Gaffy, you know when you were in that temple and you kind of like aged like some years? Did you get laid?
Not yet.
Not yet.
That you're aware of.
That I'm aware of now.
Care for some side quests?
You want to go side questing with me?
Make some battle plans.
Like
Get some-
Battleship?
Get some SCXP. Oh wait, no, sorry, that was really trash.
The attack roll is without my ability to transform magic into strength because I don't have that without the combat magic mode.
Precisely.
Yeah, so it's then I add strength and heavy blaze instead.
Mm-hmm.
11.
Your combat
15,
magic basically flips your stats
18.
around.
18. Does
The
that
hit?
hit?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's
Yeah.
he's been buffing up, so he's stronger, but he's not as strong as in combat mode. So.
So he's still like, and yet still stronger.
Yeah,
Hoi!
he's strong. not as his father strong, but average strong. So he can wield a sword without his magic.
Uh-huh.
now.
Level 1 nest is out there. Someone going, average?
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not going to make you feel bad for burping.
Just like
Haven't let
Alex
it hit
Louis
me.
Armstrong from Full Metal Alchemist.
So
He always takes off his shirt and does a lot of flexing before he actually does things, and it's magnificent.
I love that guy.
Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle.
When you meet his sister,
Yes.
and you're like,
Olivier.
is she going to do the same thing? No, she's not.
No,
Still my favourite character, though.
me too. Yeah.
okay.
Imagine her and S-Death.
Basically, what he's kind of doing right now, he's channeled the energy from the Fade into his weapon to cause bonus damage on this, what he thinks is demon.
Cool.
And could it be like an added effect if it works and not if it doesn't work? So he'll know, or...
You'll figure out that it's not doing what it's meant to either way.
Okay, so he's striking.
Just because then you'll stop doing it.
Yeah, so 18 on damage.
Wait, what?
18 on straight damage without any bonuses.
And you're hitting the one right in front of you.
Mhm.
Not the guy on the left.
Mhm.
Damn it. Alright, how do you want to kill him? I gotta get better NPCs.
I guess he wants to kind of like... if he's in front of him and there's another enemy there, he wants to, get an arch so that next round he will hit the next enemy. Kind of.
I see where you're going with it. Let's do it.
Yeah, he'll do that.
Also, because it sounds like something I would do. Because choppy. Your blade burns through the Darkspawn's sword. He puts up a block, which would normally have worked, except for your sword just cuts straight through it, launching the top part of the blade up into the air. He watches that, even as the edge of your sword cuts into, or just under his breastplate, and keeps going.
Right. I forgot to add my plus 10 damage because of the telekinetic. So it's 28.
Yeah, because I feel like I'm having a stroke. So yeah, the sword goes straight through him, chopping him in those two bits in half. So we've got one Darkspawn who went like that, and we have one other Darkspawn who goes a bit like that. And then the last Darkspawn is like, oh shit.
Was that your Michael McIntyre impersonation?
No, Michael McIntyre is a god.
Can
shut
I
up.
also then...
Good one.
No, I can't because I will
Can't
have...
do this on the pepper. I'm the pepper on the shelf.
Oh, that's too bad though.
Sorry.
That's too bad.
Old guy table.
Yeah.
Remember that time you were at your grandparents and you realised that they were still having sex? It doesn't work, damn it. Jesus Christ. Focus. Whereas you're killing people. All right, so the weapon's gone through, killed that one darkspawn.
Mhm.
The third one, yep, yeah, yep. The third one sees the blade arriving, and no, you know what? I'm gonna do myself a favor here. I'm gonna let Sonova do this first. Sonova,
Yes.
you've managed to disarm Keth. Keth is now lying over Valeth and is currently strangling her with his one arm.
Yeah.
Go.
But isn't Than after me though?
Yep. Dan is after Gaffy.
Yeah.
You're right.
Thanks, Rick.
You forgot Than.
But before we move on to Than, let's just take a quick 5-minute break because we've been playing for 2 hours
I
now.
need to pee. We have.
Yeah.
Aha.
And or well, we've been playing for 1.5. The intro took about half an hour.
Oh,
Someone
gee, I'm
needs to pee.
sorry.
And I need to pee.
Well, not your intro alone, but everything. So we're taking.
What was that?
That was
that
Rin's
was
webcam.
camera. That was the camera.
Shit.
Yeah.
Also, I broke the frame, Rick. It was the empty one.
All right, and no harm, no foul. It's the glass everywhere.
No.
Well, thank
So
goodness.
wait, you're saying it didn't hit the cats?
Yes.
Damn it.
But I think
I don't think that camera survived.
It's still.
Oh, it's filming. Oh, it survived.
It survived!
It actually looks a little better than it did.
That's my camera.
Yeah.
It's my Windows 10 one.
Hello. Yeah.
So the lesson
Was the
here.
lens dirty all of this time, or something?
I don't know, but it's
Yes.
actually maybe it needed a bit of a shaking up.
Well,
There.
at least it didn't, sever the connection.
Yeah.
This is true.
Go on and break it. Stop breaking stuff. There's nothing but the same thing.
Sorry.
Maybe if you put the wire under the chair, maybe you will.
Maybe
I don't know.
Being aware
Maybe
of
maybe
it.
me not being shit would help.
I mean, it couldn't hurt.
yeah, no. I don't think I want to do that. This is gonna.
You know what I think I need right now? Coffee.
Possibly.
I think that would help immensely.
Well, I've just had an entire energy drink, so I might have all the caffeine I need.
I just had
Aren't
like
you
a
normally
shock,
pissing
so I've got all the adrenaline I need. I just wanted to put my ice cream back in the freezer.
I'm just glad I didn't get anything in my head.
It's close.
It's
It
very
was.
close. Got knocked unconscious on live stream. Wouldn't be good.
Really the worst thing ever. I don't know why, but when I said that Kath is just strangling Valeth, I was just waiting for someone somewhere to make a joke about it.
What? Like sexual?
Of course, but they
She
didn't.
was into asphyxiation.
There it is. But they didn't though, and I'm proud of you all.
I was thinking completely other things.
I was thinking that
Nothing
this is
sexual.
not. Yeah.
Oh no.
Where did I put my lipstick? Oh yeah. I remember.
Chris has got it.
I have it with my blood test kit that I have with me.
Just
Because she's a vampire and she's need to test people for different types of blood that she likes.
Yeah, and one of the vials that I have actually has a agent that makes, like, it doesn't have an agent, so if you just flip it up several times, the blood will coagulate, so it gets to this little ball of blood coagul. It's pretty cool.
So, dried blood.
Yeah, but it gets into this ball. The ball of dried blood. It's quite
So,
fascinating.
blood candy.
Ew.
And Jolena, was it Jolena Angelo? Fuck.
Angelina Jolie.
Thank you. That's one.
She used to drink blood, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did she?
When she was with Billy Boy.
Yeah.
Billy Bob Thornton.
Billy Bob, yeah.
Billy Boyd Bob.
Billy Boyd? No. Poor Billy Boyd. Oh.
Yeah, no, he did not.
Things you learn about people.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Not much worse than Kim Kardashian, who had that blood facial treatment at some point.
Oh, she ate the placenta.
Yeah, that
because it's
too.
supposed to give you.
But I don't think it was human. Or something.
I mean, I get that why animals do, but we're not animals.
Well, technically, but
Well,
We are.
Justine says, keep that in the bedroom, Valeth and Keth. About the choking.
They don't have a bedroom. It got burned down.
Yes.
It did actually.
that's true.
Well, you can have an extra point since you used one and you've posted a Firil drawing today. It's fine. It's okay. We're lenient.
Yeah.
No, they're not to me. No.
And Trostim says, I made a sexy joke.
Congratulations, you're now one of us. Condolera.
Oh.
Yeah, I think, placenta treatments for people are usually in pill form, but which is kind of weird. Yes, indeed, Randy Rabbit, it is weird. And I would like to say that instructions were unclear. So why go to the middleman?
Yes. I have a story about the placenta.
Nah,
but
we're
I can't
moving
tell
on.
it.
Okay.
good.
So
Nice.
I don't. No.
I'm not going to.
Good.
I'm not allowed to.
That's gonna be for that's Patreon content.
Yeah, let's not.
We a module out of it. Hawk versus demon placenta. All right. Moving on. So where were we up to? Yes, Than.
Yes.
Than the man. You've just chopped one darkspawn into halves.
And watched him take care of 2 more, and now there's
One.
One more. Okay.
And the second one is turning to bolt.
Okay.
So it hasn't bolted yet.
Yeah. I'm gonna go for him and kill him. Hopefully.
Well,
Is he near?
Huh?
Is he near me?
Oh, he's within around. Let me see.
Reach.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 yards.
I mean,
So no
can he
need for-
really run when it's not his turn?
It is his turn.
We have the same initiative.
That's why he says he's trying to run.
Yeah, he's
but-
about to.
He's about to. He's not run
So
away
he's
yet.
within my reach.
Yes. Every square on a map is 2 yards. It's not like in D&D where it's 5 yards.
Yes. Attack, and that is
Valid.
Probably enough.
Attack. And Than attack. And Firil always looking for snack.
Ah, snack.
it's a
Loot.
20.
Loot doesn't rhyme. That will do it. That will do it.
And it was 66?
6d6. Oh yeah. Yeah, sure. Go on.
Or
No.
You can roll as many times as you want, apparently. But does he feel anything though?
Oh no.
Is my meta question.
you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna stick to the 3.
Oh no, 6 is the. You have to roll 6.
Oh, okay.
Actually, it was
That's-
particularly. It was
24 damage.
nice. Yep. Yep. He isn't dead.
No.
Could I have chopped off his legs?
I am gonna we're gonna say that he puts his sword arm up to guard it as he's running, and you hack it off.
That works too.
Yeah. Plus, you notice that the red Lyrian blade, as it cuts through his arm, leaves this glittering, already crystallizing stump on his arm.
Yeah, I'm probably kind of only now noticing that I'm wielding that weapon
Yeah, probably.
and going like, oh shit.
It is really pulling at your dopamine here, like making you feel so freaking strong.
I have an extra attack with my offhand though. Do you
Roll
let
a
him-
willpower check.
Self-discipline.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's good.
18.
Cool. Yeah, you're fine.
Okay. I
What do you
will
want to do?
attack with my other weapon.
Cool. What's that? Red lyrium gives people diarrhea?
No,
Yeah, probably.
placentas do.
Right.
Red lyrium probably do that too.
Yeah, probably.
Gonna be like they're sitting there crapping icicles of red. Redsicles.
I've forgotten the rules for the. Let's see.
I'll make sure you get the rules for the red blade by the end of today, by the way. I thought you already had them.
Strength to damage. Okay. That is 19 to hit. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And that is 8 plus 12 plus strength rounded down, I'm assuming.
Mhm.
So let's see. 8 plus 3, that's 15 plus. Do I add the heavy blade specialization on this one though? Because it says I only add half my strength.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't,
I don't think
believe
so.
you do with the offhand.
No, I don't think so. So that's 15.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. With your left hand, you cut open his back plating and break his spine.
Okay.
It's not such a spectacular kill, but the Darkspawn, as who's trying to run away, runs a few steps and then just flops to the ground as his nervous system just can't keep him impelled any longer. And suddenly all you can hear is your heartbeat hammering in your head. The sword in your right hand with its bandages all undone it seems to be emanating heat of a kind.
Yeah.
And you can sense that it's throbbing.
I guess that's my turn.
That's your turn. Son-of-a...
Okay.
So back in the other side of the camp, you got Keth
Who's
trying to-
choking
Yep.
Valeth with his one arm.
Yep, and there is
I'm going.
yeah.
Is he crouched on the ground, like
Yes.
with his back open?
he is ignoring you completely.
No, then I am going to
Mhm.
jump on his back,
Mhm.
take the vial that the apothecary said was for Keth.
Mhm.
I'm gonna put it in his mouth
Mhm.
and drag his neck backwards so he's
Mhm.
kinda have to drink it
Mhm.
and see if it works.
Good luck.
Because if it's not, then I don't know.
Hmm. Roll
Piggyback?
cunning.
Oh, cunning. Cunning. What's cunning? Oh, that's cunning. Right. That's the one that says cunning.
I was gonna go with let's go with law.
Lore?
Yeah.
Really?
Do you have any kind of law?
Cultural?
That'll do.
It's not nice to jump on people's back.
19.
What you're about to do is very rude. I'm kidding.
Have you met me? I mean,
Don't interrupt someone in the middle of a murder spree. It's bad form.
Excuse you? Did I say you could do that? You remembered how important it is to keep at least 1 yard away from everyone during a crisis. Sounded funnier
during
in my
a
head.
pandemic. Yeah, this is not a pandemic. Or is it? Red lyrium. It spreads like a motherfucker.
Hey, we started this before that stuff started,
Yes,
so
we did.
we came in first. What you do remember, however, is that if he's his eyes are glazed over.
Glazed over with what?
Well,
Water?
No, it's as in he's not aware of what he's doing.
Yeah.
It reminds you of the way the Lyre controls people.
Okay.
But
But he's not red.
Huh?
Okay, it doesn't matter. Fine.
No, it doesn't. But you know for a fact that you guys checked each other out often.
Yeah.
So
Where does he have the rune?
I'm going to leave that with you while you're doing this remove. As you jump onto his back, I'd like you to roll a strength might check, please. Did I see 2 1s there?
Yeah.
Points! Hit him in the ick.
It's 10. But it doesn't probably matter. Let's just play it out. What happens if I fail?
You can't get his head back.
No.
So
Just
you don't-
James gives a point.
You don't
Okay.
have to accept it. I'm just saying you could,
No,
Let-
I don't wanna. I don't wanna.
Oh, she'll be upset. She's been trying to use a point for
Okay,
ages.
okay, I'll take it.
Aw.
Let's
Yeah.
do it. I'll take it. I'll take it. But only if I can change my mind,
really?
and instead of trying to get his neck back or head back, I'll
Mhm.
just stomp on it instead so he flops over. And
Unfortunately, Frostheim's done the unusual move of adding a demand.
Okay, fine.
If you use this point and it works, you have to punch him in the D.
Yes, of course I will. At some point.
I'm surprised you
Maybe-
didn't think of it.
Maybe not. But that's just because he's probably wearing a frickin' loin
Like a cup.
cup something.
But if he's leaning over Valeth
Yeah.
and you're standing behind him,
You can just
you could
kick.
just kick him from
It
behind.
depends on how much armor he's wearing.
That might be hanging there.
As a rogue, you know full well that wearing armor too long, you need to pee sometimes. So they put the functionality sometimes before that.
Okay, then I'll kick him in the nuts instead.
And that's true.
Since I'm already on his back, I'll kick him in the nuts to make him the D. In the dick. Yes.
Why do I agree to this? Go on then. Roll
Let's
for
hope she's pregnant.
Is it still strength?
If they want kids, mind you.
If your aim is to, instead of trying to wrestle him, is rather to distract him,
Yes.
then
To let go.
I am the
I want-
best at this.
I want him to let go of Valeth. He has only one arm. It's really easy to make him lose his balance. I mean, he has nothing to catch onto except that one arm that he's using to strangle her. So he's either let go and catch himself, or he's gonna fall over.
I'm gonna break the rules because I think kicking someone in the nuts is a finesse matter.
Okay. So what am I rolling?
Dexterity, as if you're hitting with an unarmed weapon. It's a finesse, or not finesse weapon. That's D&D.
Brawling?
Yes,
Leisure
but
demain.
Leisure demain, yeah. I mean,
I steals his ball.
lock picking. I mean,
Just roll a dice.
no, it's important to know if it's brawling. 9, 10, 14,
Lock a pick of the dick.
15,
I mean, you could say that it staves.
24. Could be
No
safe.
strength will save you from a kick in the balls.
Just James says, "Yay!"
No amount of strength will
Son of a-
prevent that.
This is why I
Okay.
can't hide it.
So that's 1
Right.
point. So you have 1 left.
So, are you ever going to run out? So, when you realise that you can't seem to get his hair back, it occurs to you that, why are you playing their game? Of course you're not. No, of course not. So yeah, you're putting one foot on the floor, you take a very careful aim and
Kick as hard as I can.
kick as hard as you can.
Yeah.
And bearing in mind, what kind of armour are you wearing?
Me?
Leather.
Leather?
And I don't know if anyone is familiar with this, but leather armor does include riding boots or some form of heavy walking boots. And that goes under his vulnerable spot.
Yes. I
Where
know very well where that is.
he doesn't. No one ever thinks they're ever gonna get an attack from down yonder.
You
Mm-hmm.
sound like you're in pain already.
I'm empathizing. Shut up. 'Cause you don't know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So,
Fine.
You feel the very familiar softness of that part of a human body. No muscle, no fat. This is a very particular sensation. It's more like a... And Keth, despite the fact that he is under the control of another entity, is betrayed by his body and lets go of Valeth, who starts breathing heavily again, and then drops to one side with his hand going down there, and you can see him going, and just for the sake of it, just for the lulz, somewhere the Lyre is like, oh!
This is why I didn't kill him when I had the chance. Why do it in one motion when I can drag it out and make the pain last longer?
Alright, so, mental note, we're not going to let you for the next 6 or 17,000 rounds. I'm going to kick Keth in the nuts again.
And again.
Well, I mean,
Wait,
it's sterile
does the Lyre
anyway.
feel
so.
that pain?
Actually, any males who are watching this scene have to roll a willpower check, otherwise they have that whole...
They probably
I
have
think it's
that
a bit
already.
too late.
I'm actually feeling some sympathy. I'm gonna do some mansplaining just to ease off the pleasure. Excuse me.
Spreading.
It's fucking... It's like when you don't understand what it is. It's like, sorry, I don't mean to, but I'm gonna have to mansplain this.
Well, Frostens is happy with the outcome. At
Yeah,
least.
you better be. Good lord, I can't believe people keep kicking Keth in the nuts. Name. Fuck's sake.
I mean, Firil could probably headbutt Fan in the nuts.
Probably. Not far
Oh,
off.
she's not that tight.
Anywho.
Thank you, son of a.
You're
You're
welcome.
welcome.
Valeth.
Well, I mean, seeing as I'm not aware of what's going on around me, I assume that I am not in control of my actions, except for breathing at this point.
What's your magic?
That depends which type of magic. Like
Mana. Sorry, what's your mana count at the moment?
My mana count is 141 plus 3 red.
And your magic statistic?
My base magic is 6. My spell power is 16 or 18, depending.
Alright, cool. 1, 2, 3. That's going to be 33 of your blue mana turns red.
Okay. 33. That's a lot. .com. So that's 36 red mana then.
Yes. Roll a willpower check.
Okay. Got me scared.
What?
Oh no! What? This is the third time tonight that I have rolled 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
New dice, maybe?
No, it
Should
isn't.
change
It's not new dice. That's the thing. These are the
No,
dice
no,
I've been
no,
rolling.
I'm
so
saying,
well.
should you change
Oh.
to new dice?
Right,
maybe?
yeah. But
You're going to put it in the
jail.
coffin?
3,
jail.
4,
It's a Texan
5,
jail.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Hell no.
I figured as much. Point.
Yeah.
Nah, it can't be first time over here, alright? It's going to be someone else this time. Can't keep throwing... It's not fair. Get
Yes, it
nothing...
is fair.
I get nothing done, though!
Too bad for you.
I thought it was like, you're acting like a child, and you're like, and I never changed.
Trusted you.
You know?
Trusted you.
Trust in them.
No, but I never roll any better with your dice. Last time I tried, it didn't work.
She's just Will Wheaton.
Yes.
Dice.
I am.
Oh, my lord. Speaking of which... Oh, hello, kid.
Yeah, no.
So we're going to go out of combat phase now?
Frostheim says, fine, point.
Camera's there, Rick.
I'm reading it so I can look angry.
So go.
Stop! Stop it! I am the knight! Man!
Okay, I
Don't
will
be dead as-
reload.
I love Rick's face now.
Did I get did it freeze? No, it's not frozen. Hi all.
Well, it's better.
9, 10, 9 plus 5 is 14, 15, 16, 17.
Nobody cared until I put on The mask. What did you get? 17?
Yes.
Fuck you.
Oh yeah.
Did it help?
Yes, it did.
Oh, thank goodness.
A bit. Now we're out of combat,
Yeah.
so we're no longer moving at 6 seconds per round and all that. You're no longer in an initiative. However, because these guys just acted, I'm gonna let you two to take your reins first of all. Luna right now is kind of putting her arms all around you uncomfortably, like, I knew you could do it. You were so badass. You were awesome. Do it again. Like, make that corpse catch fire.
What?
She kind of remembers what happened for a second, then she backs off, dusts herself off. Well, fuck you. And then goes walking towards the cave, where it's now remarkably quiet.
Gavi is actually kind of worried about Belisar now and going after.
Luna's skipping.
Well, then I'm gonna
Okay.
run past her.
Oh, it's rude. Than?
Than is kind of just standing there looking at the sword. And
Gavi hasn't noticed that.
probably trembling a little.
All right.
Well, I mean, I can't do anything except lie there and stare into the redness and half choke. So, guess that's what's happening.
It's definitely not what people pay for.
As long as Keth is laying on the floor, holding his groin,
Not for long, no. He seems to be slowly moving to get up, but you have an act.
I'm gonna try to just talk to Valeth because I don't know what her state is. So I'm gonna try and say, "Are you okay, Valeth? Valeth, you there?"
Her eyes aren't just bloodshot. They actually have a glitter in them now.
So do I catch up on that she's not there?
She's just staring into the air. She's not able to focus
She
on
can't-
you or anything.
She can't hear you at all.
Shit. What did he say?
Shitballs.
What did he say? Shit. Can I trust the liar's words? Fuck. And she puts up the 2 vials.
Mm-hmm. You actually have names written on them. Do you want to know what they are?
Yes.
I love this. I actually went through a lot of effort, and I've forgotten most of it already. So that's why I write it down.
One was for Keth. It was
Maybe.
the broken that was for Keth. The liar didn't say.
See?
One was for to save one of my friends. Is this the moment where I use it? And how do I use it? Do they drink it?
Actually, he said it probably cures red lyrium.
Okay.
It's got written on the side Tacito.
Tacito.
Mm-hmm.
Tacito.
Both of them?
No, though the one of them is written Tacito, and the other one has Coda written on it.
Coda. Tacito. Okay, so Tacito was the one that cures red lyrium.
Mm-hmm.
Then I might as well give it to Valeth. Make her drink it. I'm gonna sit down and pull her a little bit up on my lap so she won't choke on it if she's lying down.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna put her on her back so it's gonna be easy for me to make her swallow it. Or easier.
I'm not going to make you roll for it because it's pretty easy, to be honest with her. She's not resisting at all. In fact, she feels cold and thin trail of very weak, pale-looking, glittering blood is seeping from the corners of her eyes.
Yeah.
You're fairly certain you can see the formations of crystals in her mouth as well when you pour it in. When you do, the effect is instantaneous because it actually causes steam to come out of her mouth as it reacts to her. You don't know what was in it, but and you don't even remember doing this, but Valeth starts gargling out a scream as if she's trying to throw it up, and she goes into a complete epileptic fit.
I'm gonna just
or a
try
normal
and
fit.
look her
Yeah.
as much as I can with my body to make sure that she doesn't hurt herself.
Roll a strength check.
That snaps Than out of it, and he kind of just like turns around and sees
Well.
what the fuck is going on, and he probably just drops the sword to the ground and
Yeah.
rushes over.
You drop
Is
the
it-
sword to the ground?
Is it might?
Yes.
Then it's 20.
Cool. Luckily, it was Valeth.
I
rolled
have
4.
nothing in strength.
And I rolled a 1, 2, and a fuck all. So, yeah, you're just like giving her a big hug as she's trying to tear herself apart.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. After a few moments, she seems to calm down.
Yeah.
And there's like a rosiness that seems to be returning to her cheeks. You actually notice that some of the backs of her skin here, there's like a scale of crystal that seems to just fall off and onto you.
Ting, ting, ting.
Tingle-lingle, bitch. But here's the problem. Keth is getting up.
Okay.
And you're still holding on to Valeth like... Big hug.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I'll get to you in a second. Keth is getting up in front of you, cracks his neck, and then turns around. He doesn't even notice you're there, but he looks down at where Valeth and son of her, Firil is.
I'm just gonna shout, he's not himself.
I will try to grapple him.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's the yowie you've all been waiting for. Might.
Just for fluff, as this
I do like my fluff.
as this commotion is going on, Firil's is doing her best to make Valeth calm down, even though Valeth can't control herself. And let's just say that Firil is just whisper singing a old elven like lullaby or something in Valeth's ear.
Is it a rude one?
No.
So it's probably something your dad used to sing to you.
Yeah.
It's probably a rude one then. I'm kidding. I'm going to send you something which I found from the Sailors of Orlais. I think you're old enough. It's about what we do in the rigging. No. But you know what? I'll let you decide what that song is.
Yeah.
Obviously. Duh.
It's sweet. It's about something
a
I don't even know.
19.
Stars in the sky or something.
Yeah.
19.
19?
Yeah.
Did I even roll?
Yes, you did. But...
Oh, that's sure. Let's roll again. That'll be better. Not at all. So that's 1, 2, 3, 2, 2. I got 18. What did you get?
19.
Fuck.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean,
He
obviously.
probably grabs his arm.
You know what? He probably would have got less because grappling with one arm is. Sorry,
Futile?
not want to be an ableist or anything, but you're gonna get minuses on that.
But he could do like stand firm to resist his effort.
You're gonna let the rules get in the way of a good story. Mm-hmm.
I don't know what will help.
It's a minor action.
He won. Why are you making it harder for him? Whose side are you on?
Drama.
Don't look to the right.
Well, I'm not
Yes.
using skirmish or knocking prone,
Who's over there? Satan? Is it?
so
Oh, close enough.
It wouldn't apply. He's Than is basically grabbing his one arm,
Yeah.
and basically like pulling it up behind his back by his wrist,
Mm.
and then holding him by the other shoulder so that he's kind of stuck and can't move.
You can't bring him down.
No,
Um,
I'm just going to stop him and
But
hold
yeah,
him.
his resistance is constant. It is unearthly. Usually when you've been grappling with people, they tend to have like a push, relax, push, relax.
Yeah.
His is just constant use of muscles. It's almost as if the thing controlling him has absolutely no regard for his physical health. You can actually feel him tearing in some places as well. He's going to feel this tomorrow. But you managed to keep him from attacking those two. Gaffy.
Yep.
I realise what time it is, so I'm going to start bring us to the obvious cliffhanger, which I always do, because they're the best. Or maybe not a cliffhanger today, who knows. As you and Luna are approaching the cave, a figure walks out. And it looks like a darkspawn, but it shimmers as you're getting closer. And Luna doesn't seem to be noticed at all. She just jumps into the darkspawn's arms, and she starts snogging the darkspawn, and it's pretty gross. And then you realise it's an illusion, and it was Belisar. He is okay. His mask has been knocked off, and he's got a gash across his head, and he's got blood all over him, but most of it isn't his. He's covered in black blood. But as he gets Luna off his face, turns to you and nods. So, I seem to be lacking. Looks over his shoulder. And then proceeds to walk 2 steps before walk, stumble, knees down. Luna looks down, giggles a little, and then goes over and kicks him with her leg. Whoop! And she looks at you. I think it's serious.
Maybe you should heal him.
I don't know how.
He just rolls his eyes and fine, I'll do it. And he will heal. Yes. That is blah, blah, blah.
That's the chance for the spell. She actually spoke the actual words backwards.
Yeah, well, basically
means she will
this
kill him.
easy target hit.
Kick him in the dick.
And then I will use 3 MP.
Yes.
3, yeah, so.
Seriously though, I felt that. You know, it was like.
That is good.
What's that?
He gets. That's 12. 17 hit points.
Yeah, you cure him of everything, obviously. No, he basically starts stirring and then rolls over onto his back. He looks at you. You couldn't just leave me unconscious for like a while? Because, ow. I think I hurt my hurt.
Well, would you rather die?
Let's see how it goes. Luna sits on him and he's like, before turning around and then basically just continuing her affections.
Yeah, Gaff is gonna quickly stand up and go the other way, leaving them to their business.
What you don't see is his left hand going, no! Luna basically just pats it down. No.
Ooh, he is firmly throttled.
Oh yes.
He died later alone. Incredibly
Gasping
horny.
for breath.
Horny and alone.
There are many ways to choke a person, clearly.
Yep.
You're mine now. So yeah.
He's going back to the others
So
to check up on.
yeah,
the
first
others.
thing you notice is there is a glowing sword of red on the floor on its own in the middle of the road. And I'd like you to roll a willpower check, please.
How far away were they from me?
Like 20 feet or yards. Yeah, 20 yards.
Okay, willpower. Self-discipline.
Yeah. Everyone asks this like there's an alternative.
It's a
No, it's courage.
double.
Could be courage, could be
Yeah,
faith, could be morale.
morale.
But no.
17?
17. Damn it. All right, fine. You actually observe that your steps walking past this blade start to eerily get closer before righting yourself. You remember what it is. You remember the dangers, and you're also concerned that Than's dropped it.
Yeah. Is there any the bandages or the cloth anywhere nearby?
They're nearby, yes, but it occurs to you that the pull is stronger than it used to be, and you don't know if you trust yourself. If you
No.
get closer, you're gonna have to start taking more and more checks.
Yeah, I guess he will continue his walk while looking up to see where Than is.
Than is well, without context, Than is currently
Manhandling.
yeah.
Okay.
Than is fan handling. Okay.
He's
Yeah.
handling.
I guess when Gaffy sees this, he's gonna pick up a run.
Let me help you.
I would run over and kick him in the nuts.
I mean, you could.
I could.
I'm
yeah.
so glad that you still enjoy this game, because it would be here that you just lose all focus, and then everyone's like, "Everyone line up! We're all gonna kick Cat in the nuts."
Yes! Let's do it!
I've
Come
got
on.
a lovely bunch of coconuts.
Here they are all standing in a row.
Oh, fuck it! I'm gonna make it a stunt. Like, I'm gonna
Cold shut to the nuts.
Yeah. Where's that? You want the red blade? Well, let's rush and bow for it. I'll kick you in the nut, and then you kick me in the nut until the first one pushes that. I go first. God, you should not encourage me, alright? Pickles! Right. So, no problem. Valeth,
Yes.
All of your mana turns blue.
Thank goodness.
Everyone's thinking like Legend of Zelda.
Mm-hmm.
Like a fairy
Yeah.
floating all over.
All right, I'm back to 144.
Yes. However, you get reduced to half your health.
Okay, that means that I am now at 30-ish.
You passed your willpower check last turn, didn't you?
Yeah.
All right. So when you open your eyes, they're feel like they're encrusted with something sharp and crystalline, and someone's kind of holding you in a very not unpleasant, but altogether not exactly a happy hug. It's more like one born of stress. You've been held by a nug that was terrified once. It kind of reminds you of that, but bigger. Yeah.
And you hear singing, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry. There's also really nice, cute singing.
I guess I wake up and I probably look straight into Firil's face, I guess.
It worked.
Yeah, how do my eyes look now?
You look tired.
Yeah, but are they still red or are they blue?
They
or...
are. You don't remember seeing her eyes this blue, but it's been so long since you've seen anything but red in those eyes that you can't remember what her original eyes looked like.
Shit, it worked.
What what worked?
The apothecary, or Lyre, or he gave me a potion and said this will cure one of your friends, or. But he only gave me one.
Okay.
And I gave it to you because you were off. You were not you.
I don't remember anything, but it feels like I just threw up a bunch of blades.
Looked like it too.
Yeah, it feels
Your
like
mouth
it.
was filled with crystals. I mean, it looked like. It looked worse than what that zombie bear looked like from the inside.
Oh,
Ooh, okay.
Oh my
That's
God.
graphic. That very graphic.
Put that in your Disney princess thing.
Okay, so yeah, I don't think Valeth remembers anything that happened after she threw up, basically. So and then she suddenly recalls the liar.
Yes.
The apothecary is
Oh,
the
yeah.
liar.
Yes, he is. He is.
And you're okay. What happened?
Yes. Let's talk about that later. Let's now focus on what your husband is doing. And she's pointing.
Interrupt. You're running over and you're helping out with this at the moment. Keth actually manages, as you approach, to twist in the grip. Yeah. His hand is like, you can feel the joints are straining. He is hurting himself doing this before he brings it all the way up and then headbutts you so hard. You're fairly certain him headbutting a kunari or a kosith, your head is denser than his, but he headbutt you all the same, and it kind of knocks you back. He's got now this huge cut down the side of his face, and he's just looking at you like it doesn't even bother him. Before turning around to look directly at Valeth, he doesn't seem to be advancing on you anymore. There's no point, it seems. I'm glad you survived. I'm glad you all survived. Now run. Go away. And I'll spare you.
Fuck you.
I should have killed you when I had the chance. You said it wouldn't change anything, but clearly you lied.
That's a triple one. That's a triple one.
So cool.
That's wow.
That's what you get.
There's a
You still
moment.
have the second potion. though.
I know.
There's a moment where it seems that he's trying to say something, and the tongue comes out a little bit like that, and then suddenly the jaw bites down, and blood kind of just sprays out across his mouth, and then the eyes lose focus, and it comes back, and then it's all bloodshot, but the eyes start focusing on everyone like a wild dog, and Keth drops to his knees, like actually breathing like a man who's gone through all of this has. He's just looking around, and there's like just blood pouring down his mouth where he's bitten his tongue. I fucking hate Magic. Ugh.
Valeth,
Yeah.
there was one thing.
What?
He gave me another potion. He said
Uh-huh.
it might help Keth. And Firil gives it to Valeth.
You didn't say that.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
He
Nope.
said it would end Keth's treachery.
Yeah.
Would help with Keth's treachery.
Yeah, then Firil is saying it might help Keth.
I'm gonna, just for the sake of sanity, I'm gonna let you look at the actual vial.
Yeah.
Which
Do you want to
reads...
use my magic or arcane lore or
No, use your
something?
brain. It's written. It's got coda written on it.
Mm-hmm. Do I know what that means?
It's yeah, it's actually pretty simple. It's Tavine,
Mm-hmm.
and
Which I read and speak.
yes, although it's very ancient Tavine. In
Which
the sense...
I read.
Hey, I'm Valeth. I'm like super
See, my intro was
Well,
very right.
It was pretty good. Like, if you've ever written a book, I probably read it.
Okay,
alright, she goes.
just to give you the info, I read and speak Elven, Ancient, Tavine, Trade Tongue, Arcanum, Tavine, and Orlesian.
Just because she had to say that all the things she can do.
Because if you've made a language or you read it, I can do too. Because I'm Valeth. I'm super smart.
Yeah.
I like wear blue all the time because I'm like a Ravenclaw.
Come on.
Sorry, fine. I'm having a rant. Okay, fine. Anyway,
What does it say?
coda
Mm.
is ancient Tavine for the oldest instrument in the choir.
Okay.
Now, what's interesting is that the word coda is also referring to a slang term for the elvish slaves. It's a derogatory term.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's very, very unheard of because, well, more insulting terms, racialistic, have come into the fold. And coda was one of the older ones as basically... it was like a laugh at the elves who used to be so powerful and fell from grace.
Okay.
So, from that, you infer that it's something to do with elves. And why, you don't know without further research. But it doesn't click. The idea of giving it to Keth, it doesn't match.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not sure.
Yeah.
It puts a doubt in your head. It could be the case, but it leaves a doubt. Whether you want to let Firil do it. Keth, drink this for fun. Science.
No, but
Magic!
the
No.
Lyre did say that
He did.
only one of the potions would save one of my friends.
Yeah, but which one is it?
So,
You basically said one.
Yeah.
yeah.
Or
Or we don't know.
So, well, based on what I know about magic and what Rick said, I'll just be like, I'm not sure you want to give this to Kat.
I have no idea.
Something's off.
Well, yeah, a lot of things are off. He had 3 vials originally.
Mm-hmm.
One of them smashed. He dropped it because he's a klutz.
Mm-hmm. Or he did it on purpose. Whichever.
I wasn't there, it's fine.
And he said that the one that was dropped, or this one, was the one for Keth. He didn't know.
Why?
Okay. Then let's not give it to him. Let's study this first or something.
Yeah, he didn't say what the 3rd potion was.
No.
There was a knocking at one of the hut's doors.
Okay.
You know where Luna's hut was?
Sure.
While
Okay.
this has been going on, Van has been going back towards the sword
Mm-hmm.
to retrieve it.
It's quieting down now, like an animal that's fed.
Okay. He wraps it back in. And
You've heard of cats. You've heard of them. It's unlikely you've ever been that close to them because for some reason small animals tend to like hiss at you or bark at you a lot. But this thing purrs as you pick it up. And not in a nice way, not in a cuddly way, in a way that's kind of like, I'll let you have happiness right now. Unless you've owned cats, you won't know what that's like. But yeah, as you're doing this, you also hear this knock like a...
Who's there?
There's no answer. It's in one of the huts that's nearby. Do you know where Luna was residing when they were having the talk with when you went to see her?
Yeah, I assume I don't get up. I assume I'm internally injured.
Yeah.
Is Luna and Balazar still at the cave entrance?
Well, when you look over, it certainly seems like they're doing something.
Ugh. So it's
Okay.
not them in doubt.
No. Would you go see what that is?
Gaffy goes over. And as he walks over, he's going to activate combat magic and keep his sword at a ready.
Damn right. Gonna kill a building. It's gonna be great.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm seeing is like Ket's arm inside the hut. Like, come on.
Let
me out.
me from the other
Yeah.
side.
He's going to
Demon arm.
carefully open the hut door. Or
So as you
cross or whatever.
open the door, you see Keth's hand basically by the door going knock, knock, knock.
Really? Was that
Oh, okay.
It starts dragging itself across the floor towards you.
He picks it up.
Yeah,
Keth!
there was a mark on his palm here. It looks like it's been scratched off.
Oh, so the arm did it itself?
Yeah.
Or
So-
maybe like
Yeah.
Wow.
Everyone at home's like now going, can I even work? Your elbows can touch. Have you ever seen that? It's great. Wow.
Right. Okay. That explains. Okay. Yeah.
Saturday night just got better.
Yeah, Gaff is going to like hold it away from himself, going over.
Ew,
I think this one's back to you. It had a mark. It's now gone, so I think it's safe. But it wants back.
Kev takes a step backwards. I don't want it.
Why not? It's safe. Look, see that one? Stop touching. You see that mark? Or scratch? That was a rune that allowed the Lyre to control it. It's gone. It's safe.
He snatches it out of your hand, holding it by the wrist. The hand's
Okay.
like, he's just holding it like,
Like you would hold the thing.
yeah.
Maybe Luna did something to it.
No, she didn't. Pulls the bag out and just throws it in there and seals
with
it.
what hand?
Yeah. With what hand?
Oh, come on, guys.
He used the hand he's holding to open it.
You know what? He picks it up and goes, yeet! There's food.
Then it just will come back. You know?
And your plot hook.
Like,
But master.
One hand denied food with one desire. No, he basically just stows it
Yeah. Puts it in the bag.
clumsily, unbeautifully, and he's not happy. He's not laughing about this. He just doesn't like this thing
No,
around.
Valeth
Yeah,
isn't
he's
happy
not-
or
yeah, he's
laughing
not
either.
laughing.
This is out of
He's
character.
Grossed out, really.
Mhm.
Speaking of grossed out, Luna comes skipping over, just adjusting herself, smiling like, so, did everyone have an amazing time? This is like the old times. You remember?
you smell.
And
Yeah.
You don't.
I don't remember anything really. After
Wait.
something.
Shut the castle, portcullis.
What?
She
What?
goes right up to your face, and you can pretty much smell Belisar.
Mhm.
And she's looking at your eyes with her crazy
Mhm.
eyes, like,
Yeah. I
Ooh.
stare back. What? What?
I was just trying to exercise my breathing. But
Uh-huh.
you're also cured. That's great. I'm so happy for you.
Are my eyes normal?
Yeah.
Oh.
You have blue eyes.
Nobody told her?
No.
You left it to little Luna to tell her? Oh, thank you.
Yes.
I love giving good news. I'm not going to kill you after all.
Okay.
Van isn't there, by the way. He's
Yeah.
sitting over.
That's what makes it really weird.
I think I'm gonna just take some time to like heal my internal injuries because something doesn't feel right in there.
You have
And
enough power to do so. I can help you now.
yeah, I mean, I have the power. I don't know if I have the energy though. I don't know how she's doing. If she's
Your mana is starting to grow back normally. You actually feel, besides all of the pain and the aching, you actually start
well,
to...
yeah, that's what I mean. I figure
Yeah.
my mana is fine, but physically, how is she doing?
Yeah, you need a sandwich or something, or maybe like, I don't know, a week in intensive care.
Yeah. Okay.
Vacation.
So what Gaffy was getting to is Valeth is not at a place where she can probably heal herself. She's gonna need help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Basically, can I take like 20 and just heal?
yeah.
Yeah, we can do it in downtime.
Yeah, we'll do it in
We're actually getting to
downtime.
the point.
Yeah.
So Belisar is limping over, and you're not entirely sure why he's limping anymore.
He didn't before.
Yeah. So
Oh my god.
yeah, you notice that Kaida hasn't woken up yet.
Yeah,
And she's
I'm going to check her.
she's cold.
Kaida.
Well, she's not going to respond.
No, but he's still going to Kaida.
Mhm.
And he's going to do a medical check. To check.
You
Or-
find a sign of life, a pulse, but it is so thin that you get a chill down your neck. Just didn't realize with all the commotion just how close. What is going on with her? It's like it's almost as roll cunning, and I think what it would be probably
Healing?
Huh?
Healing?
Can I just check your sheet for a second?
Cunning healing?
This is the problem with being a GM. You never get a character sheet, and they're so useful. Nature.
Natural
What you
law.
need is a bit of your nature lore, see?
Well, I don't have anything about it. I have ancient elf lore, if that helps.
No. Or rather, no.
Not arcane lore
So
either.
just call it cunning.
Mm-hmm. 18?
18?
What's wrong?
She's cold. I can barely find any sign of life. Kaida?
Um,
There's only two things which can cause this amount of degradation really quickly. One of them is natural. It's a disease. It's an infection. The other is poison.
He's going to check for any entry of poison or
You
smell.
wouldn't know where to begin. You're not trained in that.
No, but it is going to assume
It
it's
does
a
something.
stab or
Mhm.
something. So it's going to check her body for stab wounds.
Roll investigation? Or would that be perception?
That's not perception.
You're gonna go with like perception touch?
It doesn't really matter.
has she been injured? What?
I don't know. I'm trying to find a wound entry for poison or something. I don't know what to look for.
I look back at the vial I was given and try
What
to
did I
think
want?
like, could this be for Kaida?
What were I going to check for?
You're looking for any form of...
No.
That.
Was it
Just point one more time, just in case I know what you're talking
was
about.
it communication as in
No,
investigation?
you're checking her body for any signs of
So it's just
poison.
perception.
So it's going to be
Perception.
perception with any bonuses you think are relevant.
Could it be a healing check?
You know what? I'll allow that. If your healing check's long,
so
bigger.
so cunning healing.
Yes.
That's better.
Don't make it easier for her.
Just asking.
She doesn't know what failure's like. The last time she messed up a roll, it was just a whole new experience. 16 with flower face. You can't see any points of ingress. There's nothing obvious.
He is going to start to breathe more heavily and clearly starting to panic.
Cool.
Firil, do you know anything about poisons? Can you please check her?
To answer your question, though,
No, I don't.
I think this
Val-
might be for
Valeth?
Kaida. And Valeth holds up the potion from the Lyre.
He's going to recoil a little bit.
I mean,
Do you?
the markings on it, the language, the connotations or the meanings hint back to something ancient and elven, and Kaida is kind of
What is
ancient and elven, so it just rings better for her than it does for Kath. It's a shot in the dark, but I don't think...
Can
I-
I use any ancient elf lore?
however, Keth is looking at it with a face which is colourless. It's just pale. And his mouth seems dry. His eyes are drawn. And the only reason that you see this at all is because he's also breathing funny, as if he's having some sort of an anxiety attack. You should do it. You should do it. You should definitely do that right now.
He's grabbing the potion and uncorking it and lifts up Kaida's head and gently pour it into her mouth, crying.
You pour it into her mouth, and she makes a gurgle noise. You thankfully remember to, it's a technique. You pour it into her lungs, and she suffocates. No, she swallows it.
He's staring at her face, and if it goes a few seconds without any sign, he's going to start a hyperventilate. If there's no sign.
There's no sign.
Just give it some time. It might still work. And if it doesn't, I'll try to revive her with one of my spirit healing spells. But that's all I can do. I don't have any anti-poison, anti-venom.
You can see there's
powers.
almost like a darkness clouding over Gaffy's face.
Just breathe. Just give it some time.
He's now shaking. And but Edna has stopped crying. He's just shaking.
Luna isn't joking or smiling at the moment. She's just looking at you two. And she's crying. Like, not like, wah, but like just very silently, just...
Droplets.
Yeah. Kaida's eyes open. And they're just looking at you.
Kaida?
She tries to say something, but her voice seems hoarse. Not like, but like literally like...
Don't speak.
Raspy.
Just nod. Are you okay? Do you feel okay?
She puts her left hand, which seems very weak, around your cheek, and then just kind of goes... slaps you a little. And then you have to get close, but you hear her say, "Dummy."
He just sinks down into her and just holds her tightly and starts to sob of relief.
And we're going to leave it there.
Dude, I was so worried. She left like a crying emoji in the chat.
No. You made a decision there. However, your actions have definitely caused the... no, I'm not going to say too much. But decisions were made. Consequences have not yet occurred. Thank you for today. Welcome back.
It's been fun.
Yes.
And unless there's any reason to not say it, I think we can play another game in 2 weeks.
Hope so. Think so.
We can preliminarily set that date and see how we go.
Yes.
All right. But yeah. We're back, people.
Yay! So Lutrogen says, thanks, guys.
More crotch kicks. That's definitely going to be a thing.
Yes. Ryudai says, oh, how I have missed these heartbreaks.
Such sweet
Happy to
sorrow.
oblige. We've missed you too. This was very much fun.
Just want to thank Ren for making sure that we had the setup
Yes.
today that was within
Thank you.
certain parameters.
They
You're
almost
welcome.
broke it.
Nice
They almost
setup,
broke it
actually.
twice though.
Yeah, they almost broke it twice. Sorry.
It's a nice setup. That's what I said.
Yeah, well,
Something
nice.
like
Yeah. Thanks. Nice. And I want to thank the rest of you for joining in. Welcome back. We are going to be running towards the end of this huge story arc, but we're not leaving until all of the plot threads are sorted, so don't worry.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else really to wrap up on. No. I guess I'll just say stay safe, take care of each other, and stay faithful.
Yeah.
Stay
Stay
faithful.
faithful. Bye.
Muchis.